Hello and welcome to Casting Rolls, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you're liking the show, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to reach out to the show on social media, you can find us on Twitter at Casting Rolls and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Casting Rolls ILM. Our videos are uploaded on Friday on our YouTube channel, and we have a podcast as well that comes out on Tuesdays, and you can find the information for that at castingrollsilm.com. But with no other announcements, we'll go ahead and start the show. So, ticket takers. We are on the eve of we just finished the eve of the 5th night of your stay in the capital city of Alyria, and we are about to awaken on the final 2 days. The penultimate day, the beginning of the King's Festival, and tomorrow, the Masquerade Ball. And the last day of all these machinations and the real, we have to handle shit before shit gets real, because after the king's birthday, the gloves come off. In the most recent episode, we had the finalization of the battle in the wine cellar, in which Marlowe and Soris took on Twine and Naveen and came out victorious. And Abel spent the evening with Princess Alyria, who had recently discovered that she was the daughter of Yusef Arifan and not the former king, and had experienced kind of a traumatic evening, and her old friend Abel decided to join her, and they spent that afternoon building a fort out of pillows and blankets and talking and spending the evening together. But with the sun rising on a beautiful, clear blue sky, and the sound of distant music playing in various different parts of the city, and balloons flying in the air and kites and streamers everywhere. Welcome, ticket takers, to the first day of the King's Festival. There are things that you could do today. We can fast forward through elements and tackle certain things that you want to challenge, or we can do whatever you like.
I'd like to plot a little bit to nail down what we're going to do a little bit.
Okay.
Should we all just
because we've talked about it?
Breakfast.
Yeah, we've talked about it in different times in different places, and just kind of
the group chat has been a light.
The group chat has been awesome.
He knows.
So, Abel, was there anything you wanted to, because you're the only one separate from the group, was there anything that you wanted to accomplish this morning before you rejoined the rest of the ticket takers?
Oh my god.
You sound so upset.
No, I just so put on the spot. What does Abel need to do?
There's the right answer. If you get it wrong, we're all going to laugh at you.
You know what? I think that Abel's going to spend the morning with his dad. He rarely gets to do so, and Alyria. I'm just chilling and catching up and discussing all the crazy, wild, wacky antics that I've been through.
Good.
Yep.
And as you get ready to head out towards the Naiad's Bargain and meet up with the rest of the ticket takers, Alyria passes you a scroll that's rolled up, and she just says, this is something I've been working on for you. I thought it might be useful when you all head out looking at the composition of your party. This might come in useful. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Well, thank you very much. I will take a look at it as soon as I can sit down and focus.
All right.
And I'll give her a hug.
She hugs you back. All right. And then so you all reconvene, Abel having eaten breakfast with his father and Alyria. You all kind of shortly after 9 o'clock or so, Abel walks into the Naiad's Bargain.
And when Jury gets there, Jury is bald now and has their head tattoos, and they change their outfit, which I'm going to put in the group chat.
Ooh.
but they have a darker colored outfit now because they think they're in disguise, but really they're a little too showy still. But they have like a hood now they can put up.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
a hood.
They have
I like the
they put a
heels.
hood on their
It's very
cape.
I
good.
love that outfit.
Yes, and so this is their new outfit for a little bit. What they think they're incognito, and they're really not at
Just
all.
waiting for that white heel to turn bloody when he stomps on somebody. Like,
My father, I'm saving it just for him. But yeah, they've got they're like little golden branches on the side with like the purple flowers as always.
I love it.
So with the lace, like,
It's so good.
it's nice.
Thank you. You know I gotta come with drawings always. New drawings.
It's showy.
Yep.
All right, so you all reconvene at the Naad's Bargain, Abel being the last to join, but the ticket takers are once again whole.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any bacon left?
Here.
Mar shoves just like a pile at you.
Much appreciated.
Always.
There must always be pocket bacon.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Horrible. So, should we discuss our plans today?
Yes.
Okay. What are your plans?
I
Well-
just said that was.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to work backwards from what we're going to do tomorrow so we can figure out what we need to do today or can do today or avoid doing today.
Well,
Okay.
tomorrow we will deliver what needs to be delivered. The
And
princess is.
what exactly are we delivering to the press?
We're doing that today because it needs to be printed tomorrow. So
Okay.
timing wise. I believe it was going to be the correspondence from Dane to Yusef that says some things about Braid, and that was going directly to Tholden, I believe.
Yes.
And then it was going to be Yusef's
Yeah.
response to Dane that was going to be sent to the presses because that's the most
Yeah.
openly
Oh, so, yeah.
damning.
I thought we were going to send that.
It's printed tomorrow and it'll go out the next day. That's the thing. So,
Yeah,
If
if you
they
deliver
would-
it
they would
today, it will be
print-
printed tomorrow morning before the masquerade ball.
But we wanted to print
we want it to go
after
out.
the ball.
Go out the morning after.
The morning
masquerade.
after.
So
Well,
we
don't
drop
want
these off
to
tomorrow.
expose Yusuf while we're still in town.
Oh,
Right?
all right.
Because then we can't
well,
leave. Then
perhaps-
We can leave. How would he know? He can't pin shit on us.
no, because it'd be harder
Yeah.
it might be harder for Alyria. It might
princess.
blow her
I've got
cover.
an idea about that because, of course, I do.
Okay, so what were you thinking?
There is the journal entry from Yusef from 17 years ago where he talks about how he's in love with Floria and how he is going to oppose Renly. He implicates himself in treason. He doesn't say anything here that implies anything about Alora's parentage. In fact, he says Arcturus' second-born, with the birth of his damn second-born. The only reason we know Alora is Yusef's is because of the picture. So I think we should give this.
I was, as the person who pieced this together, that was a critical clue for me, and I really hesitate to publish anything connecting Floria Bellinor to Yusef.
No. We don't do that. We just do the. Well, it's the way this reads is. Yusef has been pining for Floria. There's no hint of it being reciprocated here. Read over it again, maybe.
But all he needs to show is proof it was, right? So that could be sticky.
No, because then
I think it's opening a can of worms, right? Because it's opening it up to speculation.
I don't think
Yeah,
people will if we direct this the right way. because it's all about Yusef. And then with Alora's letter while she's fleeing, it's going to take that in a different direction. The only people who might question this are the lords who knew about it back then and who kept their mouths shut. And I think
if
it's a certain way
Yusef's
to
position gets weakened and they want to capitalize that for themselves immediately.
Oh, Yusef is going down.
I don't think as number one captain of Yusef goes down ship. I think we need him distracted, but we need him in power. He is the evil we know. If he steps down, I hate to see who gets promoted.
Our number one priority is making sure the princess is safe.
Okay.
That is our job. Okay. That is our mission.
This other part of my plan will still work for that then. And that is involving the use of Ogawan and the Nuavians.
I'm sure they'd be willing to assist any way we need.
Alyria undergoes the change, is led by Nairoy and escorted to the something ticket this way comes that's waiting for her. Meanwhile, Ogawan and the Nuavians make a big deal about the fact that they're leaving. And they go out marching in group, and they take their stuff with them, including several crates that are large. One of which they make a particular big deal out of keeping steady and has fragile on it. And they make a big deal about loading this onto their boat. They take off and head back to Nuavia. So when Alyria disappears, people are going to think that was her, because she's been staying with Ogawan at the embassy. So obviously she's planned to run off with them, and Ogawan is a decoy. Meanwhile, the something ticket this way comes, slips out at the same time and heads to Broadfield. We are at the ball, and then eventually when we go to leave, we get horses and go to Broadfield to meet it. And the reason I'm thinking we do this is with Sendings and the Navy and everybody, the direct line between Anavir and Nuavia, they're going to blockade that. They're going to throw every ship they've got in the air. We go up to Broadfield, and then we loop down around the southeast, and we come up from the underside where no one will be.
Josh, can we roll something about a history check on how much we think they could mobilize, how fast this might get around after we go, or I don't know what's.
Can I make I think I'm frozen.
I'm frozen. You're fine.
Okay, sorry, my thing froze. So I have a suggestion. Sorry. I have a suggestion. No. I have to be in character.
So method.
I think if we do, our chances of them mobilizing quickly decrease if they are distracted with the information about Yusef and the military.
But Alora's letter was going to be published at the same time.
Well, it doesn't have to be. We can split them up.
I don't think it's necessary to split them up.
Either or. I mean, I'm just saying that even if it goes out the next morning, that if they're, preparing in the night and then, come next morning, oh God, this is blowing up. I mean, I think that will help us.
Yeah, and the other reason I was thinking about doing it this way is that we would not be directly implicated, so would be free to come and go. We're just the adventurers, and we left. People don't associate us with Alyria going away when they eventually do come around to think about it.
So you want us to be seen in Broadfield? No,
we want to be seen in Anavir after Alyria has disappeared. And then we leave town, we slip out at night, we take horses, we go to Broadfield. As soon as we get to Broadfield, we take maybe 6 hours to sort some things. We get on the ship and then head out at that point. So
the only thing that I'm concerned about is if they knew that we arrived on the something ticket, but we did not leave on the something ticket. Perhaps we could still sneak her on the ship, not be seen, but still we are seen leaving on our airship. So if we leave Anarvir on horseback, that may cause suspicion.
Well, that's why I was thinking we slip out at night. Is we sneak out of town. We're seen in town through the day. We use connections that I might be able to get.
Establish that we are leaving.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to put forth a proposal.
Okay.
I can't leave in the middle of the night.
That's true.
Oh.
That night you won't be able to.
I can theoretically, but it will be a problem for me.
Well,
who I am hoping is going to come with us, by the way. I want to bring Alyria. I have to ask her.
Oh, please.
How many nights does this happen? Is it only on the one night, or is it
the one when
you guys
the
were
moon
there
is all the way full?
Yeah, you guys were there that one time with Mar. You know, it was like just the night, right?
Well, we could stay
to the front of the ship and just.
I can catch up with you. I mean, if you run ahead,
the figurehead.
I am just kidding.
Or we could stay in town the next day and see how things blow up, and we're completely innocent.
I would love to stay in town overnight. One, because of me. Two, because I really think leaving before we figure out what the death cult is going to do, I think is risky.
Oh, I think we're going to figure out. I think we're going to figure out.
I think that's my thing is that
I do like that portion of your plan. So this is us staying around and making sure the fact that we leave is known by the masses.
Yeah, and the fact that Alyria has disappeared and we're still there. Therefore, we can't have anything to do with her disappearance.
Actually, Alyria could actually begin her journey to Nuevia with the Nuevians. The fact that she's leaving the masquerade ball early would allow us to conceal her, and no one would know.
Why don't we have someone disguised as Alyria at the masquerade?
Abel, make an intelligence check for me, please.
Oh.
Well, we were going to have the real Alyria there and then switch them out. And Jury was going to play Alyria. And Jury was going to pretend to be Alyria and then run back to Alyria.
Make a history check.
Thank you.
And was going to run back to Alyria's room, slam the door and lock it, and then dimension door away.
I got a 24.
Nice. Abel, what was your intelligence?
Ooh, I don't have my D&D up. It was a base roll of 17 plus some extra stuff
or whatever. Okay, so both of you, being the only two individuals who have dealt with a court life, would know that it's Renly's birthday, which means all eyes are on the crown at the masquerade ball. Sneaking Alyria out or having her leave early would draw immediate suspicion.
Oh no, we have a plan for that.
But but you're also assuming I can like successfully be Alyria all night, which might also not
people
work.
with very high level random magic items.
We don't have to keep you long because we bring the Rat Brigade in shortly thereafter. So you only have to fake it for like 10, maybe 15 minutes, circulating among the people. And then as you head back, the swarm happens and you run screaming out of the room.
Come on. Yeah. I think I might be able to do something.
Do what?
What did you have in mind? Where is mine?
Let me check. I'm checking to see if I can do this. I'm mixing characters in my head, so.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah. Maybe I could cast Feign Death on them.
On who?
On
whoever we need to make leave fast.
No, not like that, come on, not leave that fast, not leaving that way.
They're dead.
They're dead. I mean, to get them to a healer. That'll bye-bye.
I think killing the princess is going to have a much greater effect than that.
I
Maybe
can
not
just say
the
we pretend
princess,
she
maybe
was
someone else.
poisoned, and then we can leave.
All right, come on. We'll put that as Plan M. That's if things go really, really, really fucking wrong. We will go with Plan M.
All right, I'll have Plan M ready. You just
Thank
tell
you.
me, and we'll move Plan M.
Plan M for
Yeah,
murder.
we'll probably have to use Plan M for murder. Fake in parentheses.
It could be a
Is
distraction.
there
I
any
think,
reason we can't wait until Alyria makes a graceful exit from the masquerade at whatever reasonable time
and
that
sneak her
might
out
be,
in the night?
and then just slip out in the night and no one knows what happened? Does it need to? I'm asking. I know that always the impulse for us is to be a mess, and I do love that about
Our
us.
only
I am
concern is-
wondering if our plan can be to avoid that, and then when things inevitably go to be messy, we just improvise from there.
The only concern is the longer Alyria is here, the more danger her brother would be in. So if we can let her do her duties at the ball and slip her out at night, but she should not be here past the night of the masquerade ball.
Right.
The other
gone before
thing
the morning.
also
That's the goal.
is we wanted her out of the ball before Yusef showed up because she was going to freak the fuck out.
She's a lot stronger than...
That's what she wants to do. Whatever she needs to do for that situation, I think she could figure out. If she wants one of us to help her with that, right? I mean,
there's also no reason one of us can't just absolutely monopolize the fuck out of Yusef's time.
I
Well,
would love to fuck with Yusef the entire night. It'd be great.
We did slip Alyria my hat of disguise, so if she does exit, she can do a quick change and look like someone else. So she can do that whenever she wants.
And
Can I,
then,
Liam, while we do this, can I retcon and say that I did spend the morning with my father and Alyria and the rest of the Uavian diplomats, but can I find Alyria what is the necklace of non-detection or whatever it's called, the period of
Yes.
not finding me when I'm gone?
The thing you made for me.
Not side of you. Yes.
Either make it or buy it, or I don't know if I had time to make one, but
If you want to purchase one, it'd be 500 gold.
oh Lord Jesus, 500 gold.
I mean,
I'll
how long
pay
does
her,
it
you
take
don't.
to make one?
Yeah, we'll get more use out of it.
8 hours,
8 hours.
because that's what it took for mine.
Yeah. If he had his puzzle ball, it could be shorter, but
Oh,
I will retrieve that before we leave.
is it in one of the bags?
We are going to
it's
in one of them.
skull.
We are definitely going to leave a flaming friend behind at our local gambling.
Oh,
stop.
that skull
gonna do
will
the-
be out before the morning
You're
comes.
going to
I
do the
think we
flaming
are all
poop,
agreed.
but it'll be a flame skull.
Yeah. Mara,
why can't
Yes.
for your wolfing stuff, what's the
Where's my gold?
best thing to do about that? Like,
I'm
should
gonna
one
run
of
off in
us-
the woods.
Yeah, but so we won't be able to get you on the ship with us until the morning, probably.
So my thought, I gotta wait for the moon to go down. So basically daybreak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
'cause
we should-
The moon's rising later in the evening, so it will be still in the sky
What
around
I-
dawn.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, the moon's not rising until like 8 or 9, so yeah.
What time
So
is the
later
masquerade?
in the morning.
Yeah. But we
When
can
does the masquerade ball
So
begin?
my thing was Storis gave me a pair of sending stones to keep between me and Amalia, but Amalia and I are going to be together. So I was going to hand off the other one to you, so that way if for whatever reason we need to send a message to you as a group, we can. And then otherwise you know how to get up with either one of us.
But do we need to like come back and like pick you up later?
We can make up.
or-
I mean, if you just
And if we're going to
tell
spend
me
an
where to
extra
meet,
day,
we'll go.
we can either wait for Marlowe to come back into town, or we can take off and just do a quick touchdown, drop a rope over the side, and pretty much do a
we can stealth our way out. I mean, it should be easier for us to get out.
Okay, one thing I do want to touch base with, would it still be a good idea for the Nuavians to, the night of the masquerade ball, as soon as it leaves, make a big show of packing their things and leaving? Would that be helpful to our plan still?
Could be.
Politics-wise, the Nuavians need to make an appearance at the king's.
Absolutely,
Well,
yes.
you know that one of the key elements of the masquerade ball is the unveiling of the gift that the Nuavians have made for the king, which is the telescope.
Yeah. If anything, it might be better for.
And that's happening.
No
during
red
the
flags.
masquerade ball. Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, it might be better for us to leave, first, and the Nuavians leave later, so there is no implication that they're doing anything weird.
Right. If their ships get searched, then they honestly, nothing here.
But if we're staying an extra day,
Well, we're hopefully I would think we're only staying until that morning. We go, we find Mar, pick her up, and go.
There shouldn't be,
I mean, we could even leave that
there
night.
shouldn't be any
Oh,
reason
Mar.
that they realize Alyria is gone first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that night we should masquerade ball night. We should leave.
They should just assume she has a hangover. I mean,
Yeah, I like the idea of waiting till the next morning and them not knowing that she's left, because then our leaving is just us leaving.
Yep.
There's nothing, and we're doing it in daylight, so obviously we're not.
A day. I get it. I get it.
There's nothing for us to hide. We're leaving in broad daylight. Meanwhile, Aloria's already on the ship under the
this
deck.
is good.
She's distraught over the betrayal of Vicus. There's a narrative here that we can spin.
Yeah.
She stays in her room because she doesn't want to come out. That's a nice story.
Okay.
Can Anansi hold a dimension door?
Can I put a spell on Anansi?
The item that he had was the night that he accompanied Marlowe was the gem that Marlowe so graciously purchased for me a while back, and it only holds one or two first level or one second level spell.
Dimension door is 3rd level.
And there are
You want a new one?
There
I'll
are no
buy you a
items
better one.
There are no items in the game that go above 3rd level.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 4th level.
Yeah.
So even if I infused that ring,
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to hold it.
it wouldn't hold it.
There's something dangerous we could do.
If I were a couple levels higher, I could.
I don't like when you say things like that.
No,
Why do you say it like that?
It's in his name. Go on.
It's true. It's true.
It is dangerous.
I
Dangerous.
could get close to her apartment, go into the Shadowfell, get in her apartment, pop out, get her, take her back into the.
We're not taking the words in the no. Mm-mm.
Like I said, dangerous.
Look, let me just say very blatantly. Also, Ace just watched the episode where the wild hunt is on your fucking ass, and the night of the full moon is when the barrier is at its weakest. So let's not fuck with anything that can make the
Yeah, I
wild
wonder what
hunt
the
pop
death cult's
out.
doing when the barrier's at its weakest on the full moon.
Yes.
Yep. So let's be
Let's
careful.
hold. If we can't find anything
Specifically
else,
careful.
we'll hold that as the very, very last resort.
Mhm.
But we'll be better off just trying to stealth her away from the
It's
castle.
honestly not hard to sneak in and out of the palace. I'm gonna say it. The security is really, really not as great as one would think it
Yeah,
would
Mar,
have
and
to be.
I mean,
I don't
you
think we are
saw that stuff
that
and not much
desperate
happened
yet.
to you.
What part of the evening is the
Is
Nuavian
that not
gift being
enough
revealed?
teleportation magic?
You haven't not seen
He's
an
a druid.
itinerary of events, but you can assume somewhere towards the middle part of the evening.
I could Misty Step, but I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
Because part of me thinks if they're going to do something like weapon of mass destruction to pin on the Nuavians, that's when it's going to happen. It's when they go to reveal the orrery. The orrery is going to explode or something.
Oh my
Because
God.
that's
I'm sure the Nuavians.
It's like miscongeniality.
okay. Which one of us is Michael Caine? That's just
Which one's Sandra Bullock? Marla.
Me, bitch. Look at me.
Oh.
Mara's Sandra Bullock. We all know.
yeah.
I was gonna let you have it, but we all know.
No.
Also a
we
werewolf,
know.
so it works.
Actually, Jury is more like that person who, like, the guy who teaches her how to walk in heels.
There you go. Yeah,
Literally, yes.
that fits.
That's all I
Kaimanis, what's your
remember
favorite
from
day?
August 20th.
Okay. So that's kind
I
of
think
so we've got our plan for as much as we can plan for that day, right?
Okay.
I'm still okay. Getting her away from the palace, maybe.
Well, I'll
'Cause
have a dimension door, and I have invisibility. The worst
Okay.
come to worst,
Yeah,
I'm
invisibility.
invisible into her room. I dimension door her out.
I
That
fly
sounds
to a
awkward.
window.
That's the most
Okay,
bard thing
yes.
I've ever done. Invisible into a princess's room and
I've got
dimension door her out.
invisibility as well, so that nonce can cast it through the stone.
Yes, but you don't
So we
have
get to
dimension
Allure
door.
to the ship that night. We stay till the next morning, leave during the morning daylight after Mar has rejoined us. And whatever happens at the ball is going to happen at the ball, and there's no use planning for it because God only knows with us.
I think we really can't plan too much. I mean, we really just don't know
I
what's going
think
to
this
happen.
is a solid framework.
I think this
And
is
we make sure we leave the rats, the dangerous, with standing orders that no one goes on this ship besides members.
I have already told them that the only people allowed on are us, Alora, Renly, or Ogarwan.
Okay, so today's plan.
Rabba Museum.
Okay, wait.
I like it.
First of all, we were hired to do one thing at the museum. Now, how much you want to help that guy? I know he's very handsome, but how much we want to help him? I feel like we should help him take that thing because we don't want the other people to have it, right? But maybe should we talk to him, ask what his plan is to infiltrate everything and see how we can help instead of doing it on our own?
My understanding is Jared is quite talented with the position that he is currently holding with.
Oh, it's quite talented in position.
What position is he talented in?
You laugh about oh my
I
goodness.
don't know.
Be
Sorry.
more mature like Kamana. Just
Come on,
grow
is
up, all of you.
12. Come on, is 12 years old.
Exactly, mature. I am 10
but he
years
does
older
have
than Saurus.
skills. He does have skills of stealth and thievery, for lack of a more polite term. So he may have a plan already. So we could go and ask him what he has prepared and just add to what he is already going to do.
And if not, we can do what we planned in the group chat.
Well, okay. I mean, what are y'all wanting to steal from the museum?
We
Because the
went
problem
through
is-
like 5 different plans in the group
Because
chat.
the
I have
problem-
no idea what you mean.
The problem with stealing from the museum is it's really, really fucking dangerous. Some of those things we're
We
not even
killed the
confirmed
dragon.
are the real arms of the subversion.
From what I could tell, the only items that were not actually
3 of the weapons are real, right?
yes, were the gems. None of the gems were actually the gems themselves.
Like
They were
fake
simply
sword.
mundane recreations.
But we don't really have a good way to disable those very, very dangerous traps.
Well,
And
nothing-
I don't have a way to get us all out.
I still think Kaimana transforming into a bird of some kind,
Can't.
flying in, snatching it.
Going in where? There's no windows.
Kamana can't fly yet.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can at level 8?
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We looked it up. We time it so that one of us is going into the museum
But it's
completely
not open to the
innocuous.
public anymore.
But Jaren may have
not?
ways.
No, it's not open to the. It was open one day,
Oh,
right?
Josh,
it was just a preview.
Is the museum open to the public?
During the day, it would be.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
so it's open now.
Yeah, especially with the king's birthday, it's probably like a draw for people like visiting the town for the king's birthday.
Okay.
You okay, baby?
Sweet.
Are the doors open, welcoming people, or are you having to go open the door when you go in?
They'd probably be open but guarded, just like they were for the gala.
Well, there might be detections for magically changed people going in too.
He's going to be moving so fast, though. That's the trick. Even if they know that he's
Well, they
changed.
can do like when I don't know much about magic, but when I walked in Yusef's room and I was invisible, I walked through and then I wasn't invisible anymore. So I feel like if I'd been Kaimana and I flew in as a bird, I would have stumbled out as Ma. It's just
But
my guess.
that's a natural ability, not a spell.
Abel, make an Arcana check. Kaimana, make an Arcana check.
Well, we got a good look.
It is
We got a good look at the rooms. And we are not.
Or
we got a good look at the rooms.
So what? I'm like
And
asking
we are
to fucking leave.
Pretty
Like,
talented magicians here. We
Oh,
could.
that's funny.
Okay, and that a 19.
Okay, so Kaimana, you like so Abel, you would know that like different schools of magic. Kaimana's wild shape
27.
is not a enchantment or illusion magic. He is actually changing his form. So if there's protections against illusion and enchantment, which when you all interacted with the orbs and they activated, they were going to dispel all illusion and enchantment magic. That would not have an impact on a druid's wild shape.
I was telling y'all.
Yeah, well, okay.
Giant Vulture vegan stealth bomber is going to
Why
be.
don't we ask
Horrible.
Jaren what his plan is?
Yes, I think we
And
should
if you
talk
would
to
like-
Jared.
A giant vulture coming in to help him. Because
We
if
can't
Jaren's
do
on
that.
board with that and he's really into it, then let's go. But if that terrifies him the way it terrifies,
Let's find out
I don't know.
if your
me,
man is into a giant vulture.
The group's new friend may have plans,
The group's new
The
friend.
group.
He's all our friend now. Dang.
and it would be a great idea, Marlo, to include him in this discussion.
Yeah. So if he's got a plan, we maybe go with it. If not,
Yeah.
then we have stealth bomber.
Why don't we just message him? Be like, hey, yo, what's up? I don't know, Abel.
I could go and ask him if he wants to come over. I don't.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
Josh, your eyebrows.
Ask him if he wants to
More
come
polite
over.
to ask in person.
And go
And
ask.
And I do
Go and
need to
ask.
go get our
Come and
cash
see.
from Uriel today.
Right. And what is everybody? Okay, so obviously Jaren's magical adventure aside,
You are all invited
you
to.
want to get the money from the ship. Sherry, you said you want to do your bargain.
You're invited to a formal performance this evening, in which you may do a small thing to participate if you'd like.
I can play piccolo.
I'm gonna get
You're
my.
welcome to.
I'm gonna get my ukulele.
You are welcome
Ooh.
to. You're all
Trio.
welcome to. If you would like to do something with me, go ahead. That's
I can stand in the corner.
yes, Mar. I love that.
If people aren't, if they're talking like during it, I'll give a look.
Mar, you're the best.
Welcome.
Okay, what? Hold on 1 second. So I'm marking things off. I'm probably gonna go get Amalia because I wanted to check out to see if I can find anything about Dad and these fucking airships too.
I have to ask Amalia if she wants to live in Novavia. So, and
We
yeah,
could go. Yeah.
we tag team that.
Kamana, what do you have?
Can I go along with you too? I think that would be.
I'm gonna practice my
Yeah.
ukulele.
And plenty.
Yeah, we can all go together to both places.
I also wanted to propose that we all go have a quick chat with, well, see if the Archmage is available to speak with and catch up on what the fuck they know about Rylus and Demolia. Demolia? Devalia? What? Devin Dematia? I don't know. Demwalla.
You're combining her last names and her first name. Yeah.
There we go. Terrell Demwalla.
Terrell Demwalla. Yeah.
That's why I have to say people's first and last names. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And I also want to find someone your little figurine we found on our very first adventure. The one with the weird symbols carved in it that we found at the little shrine on the side. Which may be Lady Mistweaver. It could be whoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you can throw it at. I mean, she's pretty good at answering stuff like that. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do we want to discuss with Jaren? Really, can we speed through it just so we
also, wait, before we all leave, Jerry wants to tell you all, sorry it was weird yesterday at the Taylor thing. That was strange. That was weird. I talked to my mom that day, so I was like, so I went on the date with Naira. I'm looking over at Naira because he's working the morning right now, and I'm like,
he is.
So I went on the date with Naira, and I didn't really think much about it. I thought it was just gonna be a chill thing, and then he met my mom in Nuevia. He knew who she was, and she's alive, and she's in Nuevia. And then I did a sending to her, and she responded, and she is there. So that was crazy.
That is good news.
And then the letter happened, and Dad is possibly in the a priori, and so it was a lot of things, and so I just got really emotional about it.
Yeah,
and then I drunk sending Yorian. It was so bad. Drunk sending.
That's never going to end well. No.
And he didn't even feel bad about anything he did, and he's horrible. And I think maybe he should just stay in prison.
You know what? I think that's helpful for closure.
He was
it's emotional, and it's not the answer you want to hear, but it is a firm answer.
He was actually, Esper's really cool, and I do agree with everything he's saying. And I'm I hate you. I didn't say that because you can't send again. That would be a waste of spell slot. But you know what I mean? It was horrible.
Don't even waste the spell slot. You're clear.
Yeah, no more wasting spell slots on Yorian.
Yeah. You know what?
Or anything else.
It's growth.
It is character growth. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna. Kaimana's gonna pretend he didn't hear that.
What?
Don't waste spell slots.
Before we go, I'm just gonna tell Naira that I'm doing my bargain that night, and I'd appreciate if he was there, if that's okay.
Jerry, it's good to see you this morning. Yeah, I will be working until the bar closes. This is going to probably be one of the busiest days of the year for the bar. So,
you got the
looking
double.
forward to making some money on that.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm taking tomorrow night off. Right, that's still on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So I look forward to seeing you play then.
Yep. Not nervous at all. It's great. I'm rolled deception. I'm not nervous.
You shouldn't be nervous. You are.
I rolled a nat 1. It's sweating.
With you, the bard.
You're the bard. What are you?
You're kill me with the sweat just running down.
What is me and Nairi? We either roll nat 1s or nat 20s on each other. Nothing else.
Yeah,
it's
he picks up on your nervousness, but graciously does not acknowledge.
He's the best boy. Thank you. It'll be good.
Well, I will be here. I can't wait.
All right, and go by the tailor. If you can get away for a minute, they have your stuff.
Oh,
or I can just pick it up for you. So
I can send a courier to grab it. I'm sure.
Yeah, they have it at the place. So, yep. Anyway, great. And I just walk away. I'm just
good talk.
So awkward.
Good
it was
talk.
a great talk. It was a good time. Good job.
No.
Very awkward.
It's so adorable.
I feel like the nat 1 carries over, and I look really
Forever.
embarrassed when I come back.
For the rest of
We all pretend we weren't watching that whole
No, it's true.
Not able. I just flat out just winning.
We're friends now, so we get to make fun of each other.
Taken, so
Kaimana just goes, so are they coming?
Oh yeah, to the bargain. Yeah, they work here, so they'll be here, working. Yep.
What are they gonna play?
The bartender. That's what they're gonna play. They're
I
playing
didn't know that was an instrument.
Bless.
Let's go talk to. Let's go talk to Jaron Poole.
Okay, so you
Off to talk to
you
Joe.
all head off to.
I went somewhere.
Hold on. You all head off to.
We do. We're gonna
Mary's Wager.
stick together this episode.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
This is the
Jared
first time in
Paul.
Anarvir.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
you
every time in
you
Anarvir,
always
we're
like
staying
split up
together.
everything. So there you go.
Jury is so
No.
emotional. He's like he's grabbing one of you as we walk.
Where are we going?
I got you in a cousin.
I can't hear.
Jared,
Sorry.
Marriage Wager.
Okay, thank you.
So you all make your way out of Naad's Bargain, and there are many people in the streets, and there is a sense of festivities in the air. There are already drunk people, especially in the theater district, and you notice that like every shop and every house has banners, and there's balloons in the air, and everything is very much a celebration. When you round into the square where Marriage Wager is, they have completely redesigned the projection, basically the magical projection that occurs at the waterfall, and it is in celebration of Renly, and there is a depiction of the crown, and it has 17 points, and each one is a flame at the top, kind of almost like a lit birthday candle cake topper. But you enter into the Marriage Wager, and you see the familiar visage of Shahrazad the Married at the back, kind of jovially overseeing everything, and kind of at the back of the main room, you see the red-clad, sleeveless jerkin, whip at his side, Jaron Poole, who's just kind of observing the floor. The moment he sees you all enter in, he looks around to see if the guards notice first, and then he makes his way across to you.
Oh God, not you!
Are you like banned from this establishment?
Yeah, he probably not best for you all to be here today.
Did we already deliver the information about Dane?
You did.
I wasn't asked. Okay.
I'm sorry. However, the guards are at a kind of high alert for outsiders today, and they would definitely remember your face, Abel. So, are you here to see me?
Yes, we just wanted to know.
Is Jury okay?
What? Yeah, April's here to see you for sure. Yeah.
Right. We can step
believe they
outside.
Had some bad bacon or something. I'm not sure.
Exactly. Punch you.
So he gently guides you all back out to the front steps, and kind of off to the side, away from the door entrance.
We just had two questions, really. What your plans were for the evening? Perhaps a night at the museum to end a long work day.
Many people in the city will be distracted this evening with various celebrations and parties. So I felt a private showing after closing time would perhaps be my best bet. Why do you ask?
We were wondering if perhaps the talents of the ticket takers would help to entertain you during your private museum tour.
Oh, well, I could not ask you to break the law again on my behalf.
Oh, no, we...
What's a law or two among friends?
I love breaking the law.
We want to help you.
We're good at it.
Yes.
Breaking the law, that is.
Well, I was just...
not just because we're good at it, but
Mars' face.
it's the right thing to do.
I would appreciate the help if you are not concerned.
How do you feel about vultures?
What kind of question is that?
Can we proceed like listening in?
Info dump options.
Yeah.
For anybody. Yes.
What'd you say, Rob?
Kind of going out, Rob.
Yeah, your audio broke up for a moment.
Sorry, I'm keeping an eye out for anybody overhearing this.
Any of you paying attention to Jaren? He has been doing the same thing the whole time, but go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah, but that way, if he gets distracted talking to Kaimana, what is? Oh, that's
13
is that an 18
plus-
or a 19? 18 plus.
We have a plan to perhaps grab some of the items that we feel
23.
should not be in the hands of the rich and well off of Alyria.
That would be fine, I suppose. Were you thinking a different time? I imagine the museum will be rather busy during the day today, which is why I was going after it had closed for the evening.
That would actually help if it's busy. Basically, Kaimana turns into a vulture and flies in and grabs the rings and flies back out. And
I guess it depends if we want to grab more than one thing or not.
I think we should. My main concern is items of the Subvergence being as powerful as they are, and the proximity of certain individuals to certain powerful ancient dragon wizards. I don't think we want.
Look, can I read Jaren on what the fuck he thought of that statement?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I mean, I couldn't think of another way to say it.
Yeah.
That's what he calls his mother, and it's his mother. It's not. It's euphemism.
Is this insight?
Yeah.
22.
There was definitely a what the fuck? Like what? Like
Cool.
dragon?
I don't explain.
Yeah.
I just
Not
wanted
me
to
to
know
explain.
Yeah.
how
It's
to
ticket taker code.
Code
ticket
words,
taker
all right.
code. Yeah, ticket taker code.
But my main concern is that even if we know that there may be some rifts forming in those alliances, it does not mean that certain individuals will not be able to get their hands on
I'm
those items.
so into the idea of getting more things. But I remember you all telling me about the trap things you have to deal with for everything you touch. So I feel like the more things we take, the higher the percentage becomes that something will go wrong.
Well, we have four.
Which, if we take that risk, we take the risk.
We
But
could coordinate our efforts and take them all at the exact same moment.
We have 4 very skilled magic users here, and I'm sure.
And Josh,
we-
just to reiterate, it tracks your appearance in some way too? Or did the guards just see me and that's how they knew?
The guards had seen you, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause you guys were being pulled out of the room and the guards were at the entrance to the other door. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
The orbs read you, like probably read your magical
Yeah.
energy, but not necessarily like you.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anything when you walked through the door,
You didn't notice.
the main door.
Yeah.
Okay.
so how many? Okay, we have the rings. How many weapons are there we want to grab?
There are 3 items of subvergence besides that. Nothing. The rings are items of subvergence, but 3. There are 3.
Right.
Do we think we can do that? I mean, the problem. So you have to make a check, and then
I will
And
say, just
then still get out of the
hiding
way.
my sword throughout this whole city has been kind of a fucking nightmare until recently. And also, literally the immediately the moment I had it, Lenari was like, "Oh, cool sword. I've seen it before. I know
Yeah.
exactly what that sword is
Well,
and
of
where you
course,
got it from." And I was like, "Okay."
He was there, so she would
Yeah.
recognize.
Part of me enjoys the thought of stealing the rings during the daytime with Kaimana and getting those because that's the most important thing. And then going back later and stealing more just to fuck with Tarlo.
Well, we could get insight from Lady Mistweaver as well. We're going to speak to her.
We're not going to tell her
We're not going to
about
ask the Archmage how
that.
to steal from
No.
No.
She knows that you have one item of one of the options.
One
that
item.
Mar didn't steal from a museum. I
And
mean, it was
she
a
knows
different thing,
it's
but
my god, and
No,
I think that's the only reason she allows it. Or
Well, there's an
doesn't
item
chooses to look
from
the
my
other
god there as
direction.
well. And I think she would agree that the proximity of those items to the big bad
Sure, but I don't think
is a
I've had
dangerous
to
thing.
apologize for so much to her. I put so much on her recently,
through a
and I
lot.
really don't want to put anything more on her when I think
You don't
she's
have to
going through-
apologize.
She's
It's
at
what the
rock
god is
bottom
doing.
right
she
now.
legally can't help us. Like,
Abel, let's save that in case we get caught.
yeah, that's good. The old diplomatic immunity trick. I like it. I did that once.
It's worked
I
for
don't
us.
know if it'll work again.
It's true.
Yeah, what friend group will they banish you to this time?
Damn.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
They're like, you're going back to Bard College, and I'm like, no.
I'll
Kicking
be
and
fine.
screaming.
I'm a free citizen traveling
Yeah.
the land.
Jaren, just the only concern that I have about any show today would be that if something were to be stolen, they would probably increase the level of security.
Yep.
So if we go for one, we should be
stealing everything at once versus trying to go back. That's the only concern I have.
So if we go for one, we should just go for them all. And if we prove that we can successfully retrieve one item, why can't we duplicate it for the others? Or, as Source suggested, just all at once. Collaborate our efforts and grab everything at once.
I'm just trying to think mechanically what we're saying here. So we're gonna risk everyone making. So we're risking 3 intelligence checks, right?
Just as a note, the intelligence checks were because you were casting spells.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we didn't
None
actually
of you
try
tried
to take
touch any of the
anything.
objects. Yeah.
So we don't really know what happens when you like take one. I mean, we know we can dimension door out, but I can only bring one person, and freaking Bolton's gonna know as soon as I do it.
Not if we split up.
I knew
And
Marlo was on.
I know that I
You-
just said keep the group together, but I'm walking it back. Jury, if we tag team this, what if you're not there?
But I'm
What
the
if-
dimension door one.
What isn't
What
the
if
mark?
we're not?
Let's hear
Hear me
that out. Hold on. Let's see.
Hear me out. If they hear that someone broke into the museum, what's their first thought going to be? You. But not if
You are,
you are performing at a bar.
Yeah, perfect.
But I have to do both those things.
Nah, you're fine.
No, I do.
I have no intention of being captured, so in the event that things went south at the museum, I have a means of evading capture
Okay.
Excellent.
for all of us.
Oh,
Oh.
This is
We're
exactly why we came.
All right. So we're just all
We came
break in
to.
and try to grab it all at the same time.
Well, Jury, your exit out the back entrance let me know at the last time that is the least guarded site of the
Sick.
museum. So I was planning on going over the wall tonight and going in through the back.
well, glad
Okay.
to
So
be
who's
helped.
grabbing items? Jaren's grabbing the rings.
Yes.
Who's grabbing the 3 weapons?
Abel should probably grab one because
Yes. I did have my eyes on the DM. What is it called? I wrote it down.
I would recommend those with high constitution.
Oh.
Saurus,
I got this.
Kaimana, and then me and Mar look at each other as we both have shit constitution.
It's 15 high. I don't.
Yeah,
It's higher than
15's higher
theirs.
than Mar.
12.
In this party, yes.
So you
Okay.
and I are tied, Taurus.
Yeah, my
Okay,
con is,
I'll-
my con's
I'll
15.
grab-
has a 16, so he's okay. Yeah.
My con's 15.
I'll grab one.
Is there a way I can buff
If
it?
I
think there's
can
a spell I can
suggest.
buff
Does enhance abilities include
Is there
constitution?
still? Oh, it
it. I
might.
think it does. Yeah.
Ooh, I have enhanced abilities prepared.
So does
Yeah. 2d6 temporary hit points and advantage on constitution checks.
Yes.
Oh,
and
baby.
we have 3 people that could cast that.
Oh, let's go.
One per item. Yeah.
What does alter self do? Oh, sorry.
That just changes a physical form.
Also, if you don't mind, I might see if I can find this, if the stones are around anywhere. Or at
So
least
you're
what
gonna
Listelton's got lying around, because he's always got something fucking lying around.
So you're going to go break into his office.
I was thinking about it, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Thinking about it.
No, I think it's great.
If you don't need me during all this, I'm pretty good at getting myself in and out, so that way if you guys have to evacuate, I might be okay to get out on my own.
And if they stop you, you don't have anything, any of the items that are disappeared.
Exactly. I just broke in for fun.
Okay.
Of course,
Actually,
there
I
are other
can just use
complications.
the excuse I keep doing, which is, oh no, I'm here on order business. Oh. Which will definitely work in this case.
Okay, we've got like a vague plan.
I think this is a great plan.
This will work. This will definitely work.
And then I don't use Dimension Door.
Well, so Joey will be providing not a distraction, but a alibi by performing this evening. And
Oh, well, no, because then we all miss it. So we might as well just kind of go in all together, I guess. During
Sure,
unless
do you have to have your dulcimer to cast magic?
Yeah, I'm a bard.
yeah. Could you use your other?
I do have another instrument. Wait, I can cast Dimension Door with my other instrument. I've actually been fucking holding that and totally.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a magic instrument, right?
I don't think so. It just has to be your focus, which I think to change focuses, you just have to spend a short rest changing focuses.
I forgot I had another thing.
Because the mark is on the dulcimer, so if you leave the dulcimer,
I just thought about this.
like a stringed instrument, right? Like a violin or something.
You can borrow my ukulele.
I have 2 instruments actually, just in case something like this happens. Oh, I forgot to long rest to recharge this. Let me see. Yeah, I won't be able to cast some spells I usually can cast with it, but it wouldn't be the worst thing for one
bards
night.
just need an instrument as their focus, so you would just need to spend a short rest changing your focus over.
I do.
My instrument would be the spoons.
I do have 2 instruments we can possibly use. So yeah, we could definitely do that, and then it wouldn't matter as much.
Cool.
This would work.
and then we all get to watch Jordan perform.
Yep. A celebration.
Yeah.
After our successful museum adventure.
And you're going to all hide the weapons immediately. Yes?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Somewhere.
One of your 7 bags of holding.
I was going to say you did get a new one. We can just put all of them in that one.
Yeah, I'm already holding some incriminating stuff in there. Let's put it all in one bag. What?
What's in that bag?
I look at Sharon's.
Oh.
Stuff.
Oh. No.
I wink at Sharon's.
I work in crime. There's always incriminating evidence everywhere.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's probably not good criminal approach, but
no, it just has to be.
Well, that's a question.
All right. I do probably need to get back to the floor, but the museum hours are probably, they close an hour after sunset, so 8 o'clock tonight. Work for you all?
Sure.
We will meet you in the alley, I guess.
Yes, the back alley behind the museum is the closest to that inner courtyard that Jury escaped through.
Sounds perfect. We will see you there.
Right. He nods and heads back inside and winks at Abel as he leaves.
Just a fellow artificer, respect.
And then he pops back out. And we're still on for tomorrow evening.
Yes, we are. That is true.
Oh, good.
We'll go
very much looking forward to it. And then he
Masquerade.
heads back inside.
I like put my hands on your shoulder and I'm like, I'm very much looking forward to it, Abel.
All right. What is the next happy fun tour stop for this brigade?
Uriel, let's get our cash.
Uriel, so you're going to do Uriel versus Darkon?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You head to the Prisma Quarter, to the Uraldane's offices. It takes you a little bit of finding, but you do locate the Exchequer of Coin office, and you enter in. There's a prim lady with glasses, with cat eye glasses, sitting behind a table, and she's furiously writing something, and she looks up. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, we're here to collect our bounty money.
I'm sorry, what?
We're here to collect our bounty money.
From who and for what purpose?
From the Crown for capturing and liberating
For the Adventurers Guild.
75 barrels of quicksilver and a pirate ship.
Oh, just
that was then possessed by the Navy.
One moment. Do you have an appointment?
No.
Oh.
But we don't need one for you to write a check.
I don't write check. One moment.
Can you here? I'm gonna step forward for a moment. Hi. Can you tell Lord Dane that the Adventurers Guild would like to speak to him about some business matters and to make sure that he is doing well post his leave of absence.
He hasn't taken a day off work in months.
Emotional.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just check to see if he is available. He may be eating an early lunch. And she goes back and goes through these gorgeous red oak doors. And then you hear mumbled conversation. And then she comes out a moment later. He has 4 minutes on his calendar available at this time that he can offer you. And he says no more. So please quickly this way. He does not like to be kept waiting.
Sure.
And we go.
And so she opens the door, and you enter into a beautiful red and gold decked office with a massive fluffy red rug in the center and a desk twice as big as the one in his house, and large gold tabards hanging on the back wall that show the symbol of the Minister of Coin. And he is writing with a gigantic peacock feather quill at his desk. And he looks up. Oh, I thought that it would just be Marlowe.
Hello
Hi.
again.
Hello.
Lord Dane. It's very good to see you. I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing well in the sense that people expect to take a day off of work for a holiday when we have so much work to be done. But we are trying to manage as best we can. What can I do for you with just a few minutes remaining of your time?
We are here to collect the bounty for the ship we captured and the quicksilver we liberated.
Was there an agreement of bounty for such items? I know you were paid for the killing of the dragon, as well as your job with the...
And we were not paid for the capture of the ship, but capturing pirates there is a bounty. That is standard practice. Particularly when the ship is then commissioned into your navy. You have taken possession of it, therefore you owe us for it, because we're the ones who captured it.
Perhaps, but there wasn't a standing order that you were just a general contractor to serve in the liberation of Feldspar at the behest of the risk breakers, and I feel like that may have been part and parcel of the contract that you had originally signed, was it not?
No.
Well, we have to think about that. So somebody, and looks like it's Soros, will have to roll a persuasion check for you, please.
Okay.
Can you get advantage because I was nice to Dane?
Let's see.
I think his jury's purposely standing at the back so he doesn't talk to Dane.
And it might not be bad to, Do we just blatantly also go, also, you've never rewarded us for saving your ass? That's Rob metagaming.
We're waiting to see if we need to.
Yeah, see how this goes. See how this goes. We'll see if we need to recover.
See how you go, and then me and Mar will pull out the guns if you fail.
Oh,
persuasion with advantage because Mars' presence is a one of reluctance.
Yeah, all these people like me, and it feels bad.
Yeah.
A 12 and an 18. Persuasion. 22.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see, Dane's only strength is charisma. Let's see how he's doing here.
How?
I know, right?
Because he's a politician. That's all he's got. All right. He did roll a 16, but he only has a +4. So he kind of looks... Do you have precise numbers for size of ship, load of cargo, and quantity?
75 barrels of quicksilver valued at 1,000 gold pieces each on the fair market, and value of the ship approximately 75,000 gold.
He's 2 years old?
He's a fast learner.
I would say that the crown does not have as much disposable income as you might suggest in that sense. And any of this
I'm not saying
discretionary spending on my part.
I'm sorry, I wasn't clear. That's the value of the ship.
Right.
It's common practice to get 15% of the ship value and 100% of the cargo value, but we'll settle for less because, as you said, this wasn't perhaps the most regular encounter.
I believe, and he kind of turns and looks and he says, okay, discretionary spending. I can offer you 10,000 gold.
25 will suffice.
This will require further persuasion.
I'm just watching with amusement.
This time a 13 and a 16, so that's 20.
Can I flash of genius and
you can
give you a +6 to that roll?
Watching a rat hustle this man.
I'll just lean over.
Rat hustle a rat.
It's not his money. He's not super invested.
Sure.
I'll just lean over and whisper to Jury, mentioning a slod still on the loose, and hopefully that'll kind of boost.
Let's see if he hears you.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm doing it purposefully to where you can't hear me, but that's just justifying the +6 roll.
I do not quite have that much in discretionary this month. I could offer you 19.
We do have a bank account, so if you were to give us 10 in cash now and deposit the other 15 next month.
19 will be great. I put my hand on your shoulder. 19 will be fantastic.
19 is more than generous, and we're very grateful.
Very grateful.
Dane.
He kind of reaches over.
I message you, Source, and I'm like, we're gonna make big enemies in just 2 days, and we will not be depositing money in the bank account. The crowd is not gonna put money in our bank account.
Upon further reflection, I agree with my cohorts with their assessment, and I yield the point. 19 is beautiful.
Well,
Thank you.
You are quite fortunate because we did just receive a flush of funds from your father, of course, Jordan, because of the receipt of that quicksilver. So 19 is doable this month. Very quickly, he writes out a memo to via ticket takers care of. Spelling of your name, please.
Saurus, Souris.
Thank you very much. And he flips his ledger book over to you. Please sign next to the dotted line here.
I sign my name. It is horrible handwriting.
Can I look at the ledger book while he's got it turned around?
You can. He quickly flips it back as soon as Saurus signs.
Oh, roll perception. Mm-hmm. I got a 17.
17.
So look at the ledger book.
I mean, there's a lot here. It's like one of those massive Scrooge ledger books, right? And when he turns it around, you just see there's a lot of shorthand for things that he's clearly just keeping track of. But a lot of this page is expenditures for this month from the crown. And it is a lot of spending for the parade and the festival and the masquerade ball. And you're just seeing numbers adding up for all of those things on this page in particular.
Okay.
All right. If you can take this out to my assistant, and she will have our vault wardens bring up your 19,000.
Thank you for the time.
Be in platinum. Otherwise, you might not be able to carry it all.
Of course.
That's good.
Well, I shall see you all tomorrow. Your 4 minutes has elapsed. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service to the crown. It's actually at this hour, your investment might have already paid off. I would go outside and look up if I were you.
Okay.
All right. And so you go outside.
As we're walking out, I want to like turn to Source and be like, "Did you say you saw that toad again last night?"
No.
Oh, the door's closing. You just hear shit.
Yes.
All right. So you pass off the check, and a few moments later, 2 men come with a chest that does contain 1,900 platinum pieces.
All right. Open up one of those fucking bags of holding.
They just want you very gloriously dump them in.
Yeah, we want to take it to the bank, or most of it to the bank. And metagaming, I actually talked with Josh about this because owning a ship, there's a certain amount of operating expenses.
But is it a crown bank?
It is a crown bank.
So we might be pissing off the crown soon, which is why I'm trying to keep the money
Yeah, if I've learned
out of
anything
it. So we can put some of it in for the ship stuff, but let's not
in my life when I don't really want to stop now.
I was about to say, as your party's designated sketchiest person, we don't put everything in the bank. We just put a
Right, but
we need.
But one of the reasons also I was going for such a large number is the intent that at least half of it would not be anything we touched personally that would go to us. That would go for the ship maintenance, so that we don't have to nickel and dime that every month or every week when we're playing.
Yeah. But I mean, essentially.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if I've learned anything.
How much was it? 19,000? Jesus Christ!
I
Rob.
mean, to be fair, it was about $190,000 worth, or 90,000 coins worth of material,
which we could have sold ourselves.
Why don't we throw like 3,000 gold into the bank account, and then that way we make it an even 15?
Yeah, that works for me.
And what were you saying, Atwood?
I was going to say, if I've learned anything in the last 7 months, it's that no matter how big a player you think you are, if you have overseas assets, they can vanish real quick.
Oh my God.
like if war breaks out or something.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 in the bank, 15 in the bag of holding. Right. Beautiful.
Right, so
well, I was just going to say split it evenly between all of us, because I made it divided by 5 on purpose.
Okay.
And that way we just all hold the money.
So we each get 10,000 gold?
No, 3,000.
Or get 3,000 gold? I can do math.
Yes. Yes.
3 times 5 is 15.
We each get
so it's like everybody plus the bank account gets 3,000 gold.
There you go.
Wow.
I did math.
All right.
I did.
Yay!
So,
Yay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take 1,000 of mine and split it between the 5 rats, since they were part of the the crew that took it over.
Sounds good. You then you head outside, and wherever you're deciding to go next, there is immediately a sound in the air that draws your attention. There's something approaching Anarvir, and this is a fairly open space around the Exchequer Exchange and the coin.
Bombs at the ready.
You see in the air, in the distance, like these dots approaching. And then you just see a squadron of airships flying in from the northwest, direction, and they're heading towards the Palace Hill. And you watch about 15 airships in total. The massive first one at the top, the flagship, leading the path, and each one is flying banners and long streamers of like kites and things like dangling behind them. And each one has a cloud of colored smoke that's drifting off and forming a pattern in the air as Warren Windsor's flight of airships are flying in from.
Stupid dad.
Because they've been grounded because of the lack of quicksilver.
It's my idiot dad.
Yeah.
Let's get back to our place to ransack.
What?
Is that?
So again, you went
You
out.
broke up, Bart. You're breaking up.
Then we should probably get by Jordan's house to ransack it while we can.
Yeah.
But you watch as they kind of fly overhead towards the palace area, and you can see they start forming like a circular squadron in the air, and they are kind of like dotting like a 15-point circle around Palace Hill. And they start immediately launching fireworks, and there's this kind of explosion in the air of show and grandiosity with the arrival of the fleet.
You can really tell when an unremarkable man is overcompensating, huh? And with that, we'll go to Amalia.
All right. Is Amalia your next stop?
My dad sucks.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you make your way to the Windsor estate. Although Amalia said she was staying somewhere else, didn't she?
I thought said she was staying there.
The hell
Or
does-
She
she
decided that she's left there or not. I can't remember our last time.
I can't remember either.
I assume she probably left us a note or something. Even
I
if
think she was
or
staying in
told
like
us.
the guest house or something like that. So not in the main building,
That might have
but
been the case. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know, with and so you arrive at the Windsor estate, and you do find Amalia packed up because she's like, I guess you saw. My brother
I
has
saw.
arrived. I'm heading somewhere else for the evening. How are you all
Amalia,
doing?
Can I ask you what your plan is after the king's birthday?
Well, I thought I might head back to the Veltland and see how the old mansion was doing.
Yeah, because we're going somewhere. So if you want to come with us,
We're going to Nuevia.
yeah. If you want to come there, you'd be welcome, of course.
Well, I've never been to Nuevia. I hear it's beautiful.
And
It's quite
yeah,
beautiful.
my mom's there, so
That would be nice to see Wisteria.
like a family trip. You know.
The mansion sat empty for so long. I think it can take another year or so, right?
Yeah, maybe we can. I could go with you when you go back too, at some point.
Yes. Sure. Are you planning on leaving soon?
Yes. We're planning. We're gonna leave. What is it? Not tomorrow, but the day after morning.
Right. Because Marlo and I are otherwise engaged.
Yeah,
For the
we
evening.
plan on picking you up after that.
Well, I think that is I think that's a grand idea. Anything
That's
to
good.
spend some more time with both of you.
Do you know? You've been in the house for a minute. Do you know where Dad keeps his like important stuff? If I wanted to snoop.
In Cinderville, probably. This is mostly a vacation home for him and the family. His main offices are at the halls of origination.
Okay. Yeah.
I've done my share of snooping.
I appreciate it. And then we wanted to see if you wanted to walk around the festival during the day with us.
Oh, I booked a room at the Naiad's Bargain for the evening.
Oh.
And I'm not sure I feel quite festive. I'd like to find a place of peace.
Yeah. And I'm doing a song there tonight, so you could watch that too.
I would love to. How fortuitous that I'm going to be in the same place.
I look over at Mard, like seeing if you want to say anything.
Insight check on Amalia.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. What are you looking for?
We haven't necessarily been talking about it. I'm worried. Is there any level of like anxiety or like nerves going on with her right now?
Go ahead.
Nat 20. I know this woman so well.
Yeah. There's like very uncomfortable enough that when given the opportunity to spend time with you, she would rather go find a space to be by herself.
Yes. Okay.
Do you give me the signal, Mar? I look at you. Eyebrow raised.
This woman's really perceptive. I'm just gonna kind of look at you blankly.
I take the boys regardless, and I'm like, let's go raid all the spoons in the house. Come on, Carmana. Let's put them all in the bag of holding. My dad would be so pissed when he doesn't have a goddamn spoon in his house. So, we take
I like
the
this
bag
plan.
of holding, start
You
putting
gotta
all
get
the
Abel an instrument.
We need spoons on the ship too.
I don't know if I have any instruments here. I took everything with me at college.
Ronnie joked earlier about playing with spoons. It's fun.
Oh yeah, well there you go. Maybe a new career.
I'm going to head with them, but before to do the robbing of the spoons. But before I do, I just will really quickly turn and like just look at Amalia and be like, whatever happens tomorrow happens.
We've made it through many moons. It'll just be one more.
Exactly.
Do you need to give her a pendant?
No, I'm not, because guys are keeping
Mar is gonna, and Mar can just give us hers. So
it
doesn't have
right.
To be Maria's.
Well, I have mine on. I'm gonna just give it to her later. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this might be an emotional support post instead of a before. I will leave. I will leave her be.
And you all ransack 35 silver
spoon. All right, Kaimana, put it in your inventory, Kaimana. You get all the spoons.
I feel kind of bad about this.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. I'm like getting all the spoons.
It is Yuri's house, so
you don't even have the shiny lust.
You will like them.
I mean, these are technically your spoons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's fine.
Yeah, I'm giving you these spoons.
35 heavy silver spoons.
I'm holding it for a friend.
Remember that thing where it's like stuff, you get stuff from your family sometimes? Sometimes you just got to take every spoon from them.
This is giving me real Skyrim energy, so... Why is my inventory filled with spoons?
It's in Witcher where you're going through the people's houses and you're just taking.
Oh my god!
Okay, look, I'm not saying Kaimana's the character from the player character from Skyrim who would like in the space of 1 second before a fight devour like 6 wheels of cheese and like 20 apples and 10 cabbages, but he definitely is.
Someone's gonna ask Warren Windsor if he wants to come out tonight and like hang out with him and the gang, and he's gonna go, I'm sorry, I don't have any spoons right now.
Exactly. I'm ruining his mental health the way he's ruined mine.
Just absolutely draining this man.
While we're checking spoons, can I look at the scroll that Alyria
yes.
Alyria gave me?
It is a scroll of Revivify.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Ominous.
Nice.
Hang on to that.
Not something that any of you have, and Alyria knows it.
Oh wait,
also definitely the thing that the sort of thing that like if it was missing in your house, the one time you'd notice it's missing is the time you really need it.
Oh yeah, Alyria doesn't know this, but Revivify is my magical secret for this level.
Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah, so I do have it, but I think is it Revivify with the scroll? You don't need the material component.
Well, I think Alyria gave it to Abel with the intention that Abel can add it to his spell book.
Oh, true. I mean, hey, if 2 of us have Revivify, even better.
Yeah.
Because what if I die? Okay, listen, it's great.
All right.
Yep.
So
And I am eating pocket bacon.
Yay, pocket bacon.
Yay.
Solid
On brand,
bacon.
on brand.
Where is stop number 3 for this joy train?
Is there anything else?
We still want to go to Mistweaver?
Do you guys want to go to Mistweaver? And I'll go ahead, Josh, for my short rest. How long do I need?
An hour.
Oh, okay. So I can wait. more time. Okay, I'll go with Miss Weaver.
All right, so you make your way through out of the Golden Bough and north to the Violet Conclave entrance. The doors are closed and guarded at the front with the two guards at the guard post.
These guards who know me so well by this point, because I come up every day.
With recent events, the Violet Conclave is not open to outsiders at the time. Do you have an appointment with anybody inside the walls?
Yes, you can ask Lunaria Mistweaver if the Adventurers Guild is still available to speak with her today.
It's a revolving door for the Adventurers Guild, it seems.
All right.
He goes into the guard. He goes into the guard.
It's unnecessary.
And he calls. And he comes back.
Well,
Lady Miss Weaver she is in fact heading to the palace for a moment. She said she could meet you out here on her way into the palace if you just would like to hold for a moment.
That should work. Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
And we just sit staring at him until
I start going,
guess
it's
who's
just like,
not getting a Northwick bun?
well, I go, it's just so crazy how many like crazy fun adventures we have, not staying in one place, just doing the same task over and over again. It seems like we have a very diversified, I'm going on.
He rolled one. He doesn't have any idea what you're talking about.
Damn it.
So about
guards roll low.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
I was too petty.
About 15 minutes pass or so, and then the doors open and Lunaria comes out. She's wearing first time you've ever seen her. She's wearing pants, but they very elegantly, but keeping with her normal form, simplistic but elegant in the construction of her outfit, and it's kind of like a traveling look. And she comes, how are you all doing today?
All right. All things considered.
Yes, it's been quite tumultuous here for the last day or so.
Has there been any word on Volmir or the other member of the Conclave who's gone missing?
Unfortunately, as mages are off to do, it's very difficult to track them once they've moved. One of our scryers was able to break through whatever protections that they had momentarily. She was thrown out of the spell about 2 seconds in and is recovering from whatever force that was.
Note to self, don't scry Volmir.
Did she get...
is... he's on a cloud. Terrell is above the seas somewhere.
Cool.
But it's difficult. Two very powerful mages, and Volmir's specific magical inclinations are ones of his and his father's own, and quite mysterious to the rest of us.
It's a bit troubling.
Yes.
I asked her about the figure.
You present it. Oh, well, this is disturbing. Where did you find this?
I tell her. Which is Rob's way of saying he doesn't remember precisely.
It was outside of Ipswich, I think.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's a sign of an organization, a group of people called the Heretics, who denounce the gods and would like to see the power of the faith expunged. A small organization, mostly of farmers and merchants. those dispossessed of authority or power in the world. Quite connected in many ways to Vox Populi, although probably not outwardly so, because being a heretic is, or an apostate in this case, I suppose, is even frowned upon by those who are trying to overthrow other orders.
Are they a threat?
Perhaps not. Belief in the gods doesn't make a lot of sense in the modern environment where the gods are dead, but it is the one thing that connects people to a history of hope. And I don't see much power in convincing people to let go of hope.
Didn't we run into the heretics or information?
Oh, sorry.
We had like found evidence of them before. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to be an organized. It's hard to be an. Yeah.
It would have been mentioned in the Rift probably, but you never saw any of their symbolism, so you wouldn't have made a connection with this figure.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's hard to be an organized power when you hate organized power.
Yeah. Right. We'll be at the palace for the next 48 hours or so. I hope to see you all there tomorrow.
We'll be there.
It'll be nice to see friendly faces. I'm not as welcome there as I usually find myself to be.
I find that most people who are welcome there are not my favorite kind of people.
I think that's growing more true with every passing day.
Yeah.
Should we be concerned about the Nuavians?
Yes. Not during the ball. I don't think even Yusef would be so bold. But after, yes.
About my father.
I would recommend that Nuavians find themselves not here. Starting very early tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, the next day.
I think that is exactly what is being planned. Thank you, Lady Miss Weaver.
Arisha is taking... she's keeping a very close eye.
She always does.
Yes, probably more than you know.
Yeah.
She looks at the corner.
She can see visibility.
I know it doesn't count for a lot, but like I kind of get it. Like I thought I had a best friend and he turned out to be a horrible person too, so
it's happened more in my life than I would care to admit.
But we understand.
Well, hold truth to the friends that you do have that you can trust.
I like hold Kaimana closer to me.
You're squeezing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you will ever find yourself crossing paths. Do not underestimate Terrell Dimwalla. If Alyria has a mage of war, outside of myself, of course, she would be the choice.
Which one is it?
She's the archmage was the archmage of evocation.
Okay.
And she's the one who helped. Presumably helped get Victor Rylas off the execution because she was in charge of it.
Yeah.
She was supposed to carry out the execution and did not.
And now she's gonna be where we are headed.
What's her name one more time?
Wait, is she the queen?
No. Terrell Dimwalla.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's Fiora. That's the queen.
This is someone alive and who was here until very recently.
Yes. Her tower is still here.
Is your tower still here?
Yeah, her tower was actually, as an evocation master, not necessarily caring about illusion or magic of such sorts, she had an actual tower built here. Whereas Victor's is gone. Or not Victor's, Volmir's is gone.
Honestly, respect.
Yeah.
Or maybe that wasn't a slip of the tongue.
All right. So if there's nothing else for Lenare, she is going to make her way on.
It's super awkward vibes, but I'm trying to.
Oh, wait. Can I run after her really quickly?
Yeah, she kind of walks forward and you see her kind of casting in the air and she kind of stops for a moment. Yes, Mata.
I hope you like the Northwick buns.
Oh, they're amazing. They're so...
I know.
It was the most... if you say that a food item could bring one out of depression, and, you know, seeing their entire organization destroyed, it would be a Northwick bun.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad. It's been there for us when we really needed it. I'm really glad they could be there for you too.
Yes. Well,
it's a lot of weight to put on a bun.
I had her deliver about 24 to the palace, so there will be some in my palace chambers at the masquerade ball.
Thrilled for you.
Yes.
And immensely jealous, but mostly thrilled. Feel
free to stop by and grab one. We can have that tea and a Northwick bun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wow. And she turns back and she finishes casting. And...
Insight check. What the fuck is that? Is that for tea or is that for tea?
Oh my God!
Or is it that
she's casting teleport?
Oh yeah!
Oh, this is good. A 25.
Ooh.
As much as you can read, it is a friendly. Hey.
All right.
We haven't had a social tea yet.
I'm making sure.
Yes. Okay.
That was a star.
God, get friend zoned by the Archmage, huh?
I'm not hitting on the Archmage. You guys keep thinking I'm hitting on the Archmage. I'm not.
She's like 5 times your age. And
that's hot. And you do have to use her for that.
She's the hottest woman in Alyria. I just want Mar to have this win.
Yeah. All right. So anything else that you would like to accomplish this day?
I'm going to go take my short rest and attune to the other thing, and then probably spend the rest of the time practicing my violin.
Swing by the magic shop.
Okay, anything in particular?
I want to go with Source.
I want to see if they have a Ring of Protection +2 that I can trade my Ring of Protection +1 in for.
That would be expensive. Let me see.
Oh, good thing we have a little bit of money.
Yeah. Source just negotiated.
I have so much money now.
Yeah.
How much do you have?
Guess no. I want to guess.
9,000. I don't know.
Wait, you have 110?
What?
Wait, I don't know. Do you? Wait, do you have?
If I have 100,000?
Wait, I meant 11,000.
No, look.
Down. Okay.
Lower. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 8.3.
Wow.
Mar, let's find
actually 8.4. Sorry.
A Ring of Protection +2 is 8,000 gold.
God. Ew.
Convenient.
Prices go up exponentially as you increase in rarity, and so it goes 2,000 for a +1 and then 8,000 for a +2.
So even with trade-in, I'm not going to get it.
You can't wear you can't wear armor, can you?
No.
As a monk.
Okay, good
what
to know.
If I want to make him a Ring of Protection?
It would take a normal crafter, I think, 2 weeks. So for you,
could he modify my existing one to increase?
You can't modify
potency?
an enchantment once an enchantment's put in place. But I mean, like for Abel, it would take about a week with the decrease. It's just that it would be 4,000 gold and 1 week of work time.
And then I have like another artifice thingy. Wait,
yeah, I don't have that much.
We want to buy the princess one of those anti-scry things, right? If you're not going to make one.
I already bought that one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and maybe I'll stop by and check in on them and drop that off for the rest of this morning.
Actually, if we're at a magic shop, can I go ahead and drop money for anti-scry stuff on all of us? For everyone who doesn't currently have one?
Yeah. If you're doing, go ahead and make a persuasion check just to see if you can get a bulk discount.
Okay. Dice is on the floor.
I'll throw
a 19.
19. Okay. Yeah. So they're normally 500 gold, but he, because you're buying 4, gives you a discount of 400 per. So 1,600 gold.
Okay.
I'll throw in. I'll give you 8.
Oh, you don't have. I mean, I have a lot.
I mean, if you insist. But...
No, I'm taking it. No.
He's holding out the check. I want you to have this, and then you try to take it from him, and he just doesn't let it go.
No, she Mara offered, so
all right,
you go right to it.
Okay,
I got it.
That does require attunement.
Oh,
right. Does the Sauruses require attunement?
Yes.
So
all right, I'm gonna backtrack that. Mara doesn't have the attunement slots.
No, actually, no. Amulet of proof against detection location requires attunement.
If anyone has a free attunement slot, I buy one for you.
Could we get them and just hold on to? What if there's a way? Hear me out. DM to incorporate anti-scry on the ship. So if anyone is on the ship, it'll block them from being scribed.
I think.
Can I work that into
people could figure out a way to do that if you had a certain
help?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll bet it could be even more powerful if you tie it into the ship's
the crystals, right?
Yeah, if you tie it into that, it's going to be more powerful than just a little thing you hang around your neck.
You could probably figure out a way to make it
DM, how many would one of the necklaces?
Yeah, you need at least 4, maybe 6.
At least 4, because you probably would need at least 2 or 3.
One for the bow, one for the stern.
Well, if you're incorporating it into the magic field that the crystals create, you probably need at least 2 or 3 per crystal.
So I am spending 1,600 gold.
Yes.
Is what we. Okay, great. I just want to make sure.
So at the very least, while we're on the ship, we know we have a safety zone.
You just bought a cloaking device for the ship.
I was going to say, it's like an ECM device. We might be able to shadow not just us, but any town we land in.
Now we need a shielding device, and then we're just fuck, we're unstoppable, man.
All right.
We're part of the Starfleet.
They're going to know where we are just by where they can't see.
Right.
It's Broadfield just dropped off the map. We know where they are.
All right, anything else that you would like to accomplish before your evening rendezvous with Jaren Pole?
That's it.
Nope.
I would like to take my share and find a charity in town.
Okay. There are a few. They're all in the theater district. And
of course, because damn, the theater is broke.
there's a couple that are arts organization related, so they fund arts camps and things for young children. There is one in particular that is described as let's see, it's kind of basically Goodwill, almost supporting the those who are suffering from poverty in some way.
Or Salvation Army.
So there's a few, not Salvation Army, screw that. But so there's so it kind of depends. There's what kind of charity has come out interested. There's one that's environmentally based, they're trying to document all of the creatures that still exist after the subversion, and basically National Geographic style.
Yeah, he's gonna make the rounds. I mean, he's got $3,000 to blow through. So the theater place sounds nice.
Okay, so you walk, and this plump woman wearing too much rouge comes out. Welcome to the theater arrangements. We have theater. Are you interested in a class? It is free admission.
I want to make a donation.
a donation. We love donations here. So there are different levels of donation that you might be interested in. If you donate at this level, and she kind of shows you like $10, she's like, we give you a thank you card written by one of our small children. You will not be able to read it because their handwriting is terrible, but you will receive one. You can donate at this level, and she points to like the 50 gold level, and she says, this is our partner tier level, and in this one we print your name in the program and we call you a dear friend. This level here, and she points to the next one. She said,
this is great because all of us have done community theater where they have these, and so we know what's coming next.
Come on, it's like a rich patron coming in.
She has no idea. Like, I'm waiting. It's going to be like she's going to swoon and pass out.
She points to the next one. It's the 100 gold tier. This is the showrunner tier. You don't actually get to run the show, but we make you pretend like you are. And so you can put your name here, and we'll put your name on the poster. Not just in the program, it'll be on the poster. And you get to choose what show you want, or we'll choose for you. And then our largest tier, 500 gold. I know it's a lot to ask of people, but if you truly love the arts, 500 gold, then that is our founders tier. And she kind of points above the door, and you see one name. And it says Whistleton.
Damn, Whistleton.
She says, and she says, if you do the 500 gold, that's the founders tier, and we name one of our classrooms after you.
And are you the director here?
I am, yes. My name is Stephanie Vernon.
It's very nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And I would like to get 2 of the founders tiers, one for me and one for my friend. So my name is Kaimana, and he'll just take out like the 50 plat and stack it in front of her, and then he takes out another 50 plat and he's like, and this will be for the ticket takers.
I'm sorry, bro. Did you say 1,000 gold?
No, this is platinum.
Right, but it adds up to 1,000 gold. Did you say 1,000 gold? Like all her veneer drop.
You can count it if you want.
She quickly slides the platinum. Okay. Oh. Well, what a glorious tribute. Stephanie Vernon is so pleased with your donation. You said your name was Kaimana?
Yes.
And he'll spell it out. And then he'll also spell out the ticket takers.
Okay, so
THE ticket takers.
Nice. So she writes it down. And you said for your friend, is that the ticket takers is your friend?
Yes, that's our guild.
Oh, wow. So we'll have 2 rooms designated to you. And then you will be joining Tarlo Whistleton, who only donated 500 gold. You'll have...
That means Kaimana should be above him, should he not?
You'll be at the top of the list. Kaimana, this will keep us alive. We were about to go under. We can do a play. We can do more plays.
What kind of plays were you thinking? I don't want to tell you what to do, but I would love to make a suggestion.
I like to write my own plays, but what's your idea?
There was one that I heard people on the ship talking about called I think it was by Hodgers and Rammerstein, and it was the South.
Are you saying the Veltland Hodgers and Rammersteins? Quite famous.
Yes, there was one song called Halle By in it that they sang a lot, and another one called Bloody Marys Eating Beetle Nuts. I can't remember the name of the play, but they
we love a tragedy.
But I think I would love it if you put that on. I may not be here, but
we can actually afford royalties. We don't have to write our own shit.
We can do our town.
This is famous. There's one. It's called what is it? It's called Jamilton. It would be fantastic. Thank you so much, Kaimana. Please, also, as a founder's tier, you have admission to all of the shows. So once we get one up and running, please come and we will be so pleasantly surprised to see you, because Talo never shows up for any of the shows.
Wonderful. Yes, I will. Next time that I can make a show, I will be here.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much. And she flourishes very broadly, and then she turns around. Hey, Alvin! 4,000 gold! Thank you so much, Kaimana. You're still here. Okay. Hi, bye, Kaimana.
And so yeah, he'll leave, and he's like feeling very good about himself.
Right. And then and you also drop 1,000 at.
Yeah, it just goes down the line.
Yeah, it's like a bell ringer type situation, and like overload the bell ringer thing, and it like falls off of its post and clatters onto the ground, and the guy's just like collecting. It's like, did you put stones in there? The children are always putting stones in the bell ringer box.
I do want to say, Kaimana's like doing the reverse of like the first 10 minutes of A Christmas Carol right now. Just like going around knocking on people's houses.
The end.
And he's like, did you put just stupid children always putting stone? And he lifts off the top and sees the gleaming 100 platinum that's in the box. And he just like, you're a gift from the gods, you are. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, it'll feed so many little children.
And what is your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Brev.
Brev, I'm Kaimana. It's nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure, Kaimana. I will tell everybody of your generosity.
Wonderful.
And then the last one is like the environmentalist thing. They just have a drop box for donations outside of their establishment.
He wants to vet them a little bit. Like,
yeah, so like they just have like a Dropbox there, but there is like, it's like a small storefront, so you can go in and talk to them if you'd like to.
Oh yeah. So it's like they've got like issues and like,
yeah, so you kind of walk in and there's like pamphlets everywhere, and it's like the glorious red-tailed hawk of Mount Adronis, and then like, you know, like the ostriches of Feltland, and they're just like really beautifully drawn pictures of portraits of these creatures, and then like descriptions of them.
He cleans them out, like one of everything. Like it's his kind of stuff to read.
They're just a copper piece, and we definitely appreciate the copper to help with the printing costs. So for all of them, it would be about 20 copper pieces.
All right, yeah. So he'll drop the 100 plat on the counter and tell them to keep the change.
You drop the 100 platinum, and he like starts to point at the "we don't accept anything above 5 gold" sign. But then he's like, I'm sorry, did you say keep? This isn't silver, sir. Did you accidentally? Where's your mother? Does your mother know that did you rob your mother of all of her money?
Do you want me to just put it in the box outside and keep however much you need to make change?
People steal from that box all the time. This is a donation?
Yes.
Oh.
But I would like to take some reading material for a trip later.
Of course, all of these I can go to the Vanishing Isles now and study the creatures there.
It's a fun place. You should come.
Oh, you're from the Vanishing Isles.
Like a little creature just walks in and is like, oh.
Oh, this is fantastic. He like immediately goes and flips the open to close sign and like starts like throwing shit into a backpack, and he's like, I can leave tomorrow. What was your name? Your name, little sir?
My name is Kaimana.
Kaimana, every single pamphlet, I will personally thank you, Kaimana. We will document the creatures that exist and let the people know, that they're beautiful, and maybe we shouldn't eat them. But I haven't given up on chicken yet. I'm really trying. But, we'll totally figure this out. Thank you so much. I will, yes. So your family is in the Vanishing Isles still?
Yes.
Okay, if I get there, I'm going to tell them, like, that Kaimana sent me. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
He funded this whole expedition.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait. Thank you so much,
They'll
Kaimon.
probably wonder why I haven't been back yet.
Well, I will say that you're clearly doing well for yourself.
Well, thank you very much, and I will enjoy reading these.
Oh, good. There's a few animals in there probably that you don't know about, so that you could potentially add those to your wild shape.
Okay, cool.
All right. So anything else we would like to accomplish before the evening draws nigh?
Nope, he's spent. He's heading back now. Money to hand out.
I want to get another tattoo.
Okay. So you stop by Linux. He is running a 10% off sale in honor of the king's birthday. What are you getting?
Constitution.
You can only have one of those. Yeah, you can only have one of the plus to whatever things.
Then never mind.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. That's the limitation on it, is like the magic will boost one stat, but not more than one.
Mar would like to get a tattoo.
Okay. What would Mar like to get?
A normal ass tattoo.
Okay. Depending on size, where, and what, and how big.
It's gonna be not huge, but not like teeny tiny, like those little bullshit tattoos. You know what I mean? Like probably like a little smaller than palm size. Like right about like chest, like heart level on the other side from the wave. And I would like it to be Man or Dane. That I have a recreation drawing of.
Okay, so
and just like an outline of the thing.
Yeah, he looks at it and he's like, "You have a very beautiful hand of art."
Oh, thanks. It's just for me, really. But yeah.
Well, if you ever want to learn how to give a tattoo, I can teach.
I very much want to learn how to give a tattoo. I very much want that.
I would love to teach you sometime. This is not very large and should not take very long. I'd say 25 gold.
Great. I am 35.
Okay. And it's a beautiful, like, architectural reproduction of what you've drawn. It kind of has that hand sketched look of like a country estate in a journal. But I love your heart.
Cool.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. So with various unsolicited fireworks, because not official, shooting off around the community as the sun sets. And
I do want to bounce one thing off the group before we go marauding. We talked about getting the thing from Yusef where he's trashing the king, about getting that to the king by giving it to one of the underlings to pass forward. I think we talked about that.
What?
Or maybe I'm just imagining it in my head.
I think you're imagining it.
I thought we only.
Oh, anyway, do we want to get Yusef in trouble with the king?
What can the king do? He's 17.
No. A priori king.
We did talk about this. We did talk about this, and my suggestion was that we hold on to that because that's our power play against Yusef.
Okay.
And it also, I want to hold on to all of our cards going into Azalor, because that's a card to play against the Tide Warders.
Yeah, the Tide Warders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So that was my suggestion,
Yes,
is that we keep those cards to our chest until it's time to play them.
You mentioned potentially getting it to him via Yara, but in reading the thing where he talks about his hawks or whatever, I think she actually reports to Yusef, the Furies. I think she actually reports to Yusef, but I figured out a way we could use Uriel to get the message to the king.
Well, I think we're fine for the moment.
Yeah, I think we hold on to that.
Okay, but when it comes time, I think I know a way to get it to it that will actually get it to the king and not get intercepted.
Also, the king looks at us all the time, so I feel like at some point we could just be like, "Hey, bro, you listening right now? Here's the sitch."
He's looking at you right now. No.
It's
No.
just Abel's mom.
It's just Abel's
It's Abel's
mom.
Yeah.
All right. So as the night descends, assuming that you all probably grabbed a dinner before you left or did anything, you find yourself to a back alley in the Prisma Quarter. And
Shit.
and Jaren pulls nowhere to be seen, so weirdly. And so you're kind of waiting for a moment, and finally, just like in a shadow at the corner with a natural 20 on his stealth, you just hear, I guess we're all ready to go then.
He is good.
I was gonna lean over the jury like, oh my goodness, this is impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Well, does everyone have a means of getting over the wall? And you're looking, it's about 30 feet high.
All our no strength asses look up at that wall.
What are you talking about? No strength asses.
Well, you're different.
I can just shape change and throw people over it.
I can get over it easy.
I can't get up
with my acrobatics, so I could get over and throw a rope.
Oh,
yeah,
I cannot,
yeah.
If we're
We
doing
have it
acrobatics, I can get up.
Okay. Yeah. He kind of touches his chest, and you see there's a gem embedded into the armor. He's wearing armor, which is different than what you normally see him wearing. And you just watch as when he touches his chest to the gem, suddenly his armor, like it almost like in the way Iron Man armor like clinks out or whatever, it starts to shift and change color and travel across his chest and down, and he's now wearing this kind of like dull gray silverish gleaming armor over there with various different gemstones embedded at his wrists and at certain points on his chest. Well, if you can get over Source, that will save me the spell slot that we might need later on.
Up I go.
He hands you a rope, and you go ahead and make an acrobatics check. And you're actually probably this alleyway. It's definitely would be acrobatics because you can bounce from wall to wall going up.
Yeah, I do that monk thing, and so that's a 22.
Oh yeah, easily enough. You guys watch like Saurus like silently kind of jump over.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So Saurus, you drop over to the other side. The wall on this side is only 10 feet high because it's on the second floor balcony roof. But there's a few things around here that you could tie a rope off to, and then toss over. And he gave you 50 feet of rope specifically for this purpose.
And I do that.
All right, cool. So you guys watch as a rope tumbles over the side, and
Nice.
Jaren grabs it and then pulls himself up and disappears almost silent. Like you notice that once he did the armor change, his movements now aren't making any sound.
Oh,
And so he disappears over the side and slides next to you, Saurus, and kind of lands like with cat-like silence next to you. Nice work. All right.
Thank you about that armor design.
All right. The rest of you make your way up and in. And then he's already investigating.
Hey, Josh.
The door. Yeah, go ahead.
When we get in, if I give people inspiration inside, do I think that's going to trigger this stuff, or should I dole out inspiration out here?
Inspiration is not a spell.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. So I'll just save it for it.
All right. So he's already investigating the door, and he pops out a tool, and you see him kind of flick it, and it turns into a lockpick. Abel, do you have the ability to kind of boost? I just want to make sure this is a tricky door.
Yeah, I have a couple of things that would be useful. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to touch him and give him guidance.
Okay.
Touches.
On the show.
So tame.
And so he kind of feels that flush through him. And let me pull up Jaren's.
Does he blush?
Gently caress the orc instead.
What flash through him?
He feels the energy rush through him. All right, where is his?
Everyone in the party just like.
And if that doesn't work, I guess.
Oh, okay. So with guidance, add that to it. Nice, 26. So you see him kind of go to the door, and he click, and then he stops. Can you take care of that? and he points at the corner, and you can see like as he stuck the lockpick in the door, some energy kind of lit up at the corner of the door. It's a trap of some kind. Can you disarm that? And he's working on the door as he kind of points it out. So he's looking at you, Abel.
Oh, me. Oh,
yeah.
Is it a magical trap or normal?
It's magical. Go and make an Arcana check.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I help? I've had so much experience disarming traps recently. Can I assist him?
You can assist him. Yeah, make a perception check, Marlo, to see if and like we'll treat that as your as help, and that might lower the DC.
24.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead. Abel, Arcana check.
Arcana. Ooh, okay, that's good. That's really good. Hold on. 17 plus 9.
Okay.
Nice.
So as he's working on the door, he says, what you want to do is reach out, grab the weave. Just like you're enchanting something, but in reverse.
I'm like following along his steps and pulling apart the weave.
Pull the weave gently. And you need to find the key sigil in the weave. And then you hear a click as the door unlocks. Now, pull just the key sigil. But with your spell, with your Arcana check, you're able to identify what is holding this trap together. And you find that point and you pull on that weave space and you watch the entire spell vanish and disintegrate in the air.
So cool.
I did.
He stands up and pats your shoulder. Nice work. You might be a criminal in the workings. And then he kind of
in the workings. This is the guy who like tried to steal from a casino.
Still looking at you, Abel. He kind of puts his hand on the door and then just pushes it open, and then it kind of opens behind him, and he looks in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything is on the second floor. We're here now. I'm going to head to the rings.
Do we, while I source and Mar probably, do you all hear or smell any guards inside?
One sec. I will get just a little bit ahead to see if I can get a better read on what's going on in this space.
Do you want to travel stealthily into the space?
Oh, Josh, thanks for asking. I'd love to.
Make a stealth check first, then.
Okay. 24.
Okay.
And then, do we need to leave this door open to get out?
It is unlocked.
Oh wait, he said he could get us all out potentially too.
Well, evade capture. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Right.
And then perception is 22.
22.
Is that with advantage?
And let me know the different number, because that's like your visual perception, and then do advantage and see if it's higher for your smell.
I forget what I rolled.
Well, so the first one was 22. So just roll another one.
Oh no, I did advantage, and I forgot
you did?
what the one was.
So that's your. We'll say that's your smell perception. Go ahead and roll another one for visual perception. Yeah.
Then that is a 16.
Okay, 16. It's dark in here, so only people with dark vision are good in this space. Visual perception, you don't see anything around.
Nazi's got me.
For smelling perception, you don't smell anybody in the building.
Anybody?
You don't smell any people in the building.
I don't trust
that. That's not a good thing, and Josh is being awfully precise with that wording.
What's up?
Wow. This is the meme we were
when
talking.
Marlo gives the okay that she does that they don't smell anyone in there, I'm going to pull out my infusion, my lantern of reveal.
I don't say that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't say that.
Mars mid, so yeah.
Yeah, Mars gonna signal to the group if anyone's seeing dark vision like Mar ahead, just like to wait. And Mar's gonna scurry forward.
Okay.
With your 16.
Mar is gunning for looking for any signs of trouble. afoot.
Okay.
Here. Like disturbances, a dead guard, just anything that would be like, uh-oh, that seems weird.
Yeah. Well, Mar would be very aware of the smell of blood. You don't smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would, wouldn't I?
Yeah. So you scurry forward. You kind of get to the end. Like this is like the ballroom where the gala had been held. You get to the end of that where it opens up onto the second floor and like overlooks the fountain down below with the two intertwining dragons. The fountain's still tinkling its water as the night goes, and there's a gentle glow coming from it. You hear no sound of steps. You smell no people. There's also no signs of disturbance or issue.
Can I head to the room where they told me the rings were?
Yes. Remind me, your stealth check was a 25, I think you said?
24.
24?
Four.
Okay. All right. So you scurry to the right to go into the room that was focused on Jaren Pole's ancestor and his husband. And you step in and you feel like as you pass through the door, you feel like an energy kind of wash over you.
Bad. Yeah.
You're not wearing anything that is enchantment or illusion. So,
No?
all right. But you do. It's almost like it's almost like the doorway was analyzing you as you moved through.
Creepy.
And you get into the space, and in low light, it's difficult because you only see grays. But there are 8 orbs in this room, and the moment you pass through the door, like you can kind of sense like there's like it's almost like when you can see an infrared light, like in a camera, like you like kind of catch that they. All 8 orbs like perk for a moment. And then you slowly watch them. They all turn off once you pass through and you stop.
Are the rings there?
The rings are there floating in a case, gently lit by like an evening light, like a night light type situation. And the 2 cases that have the armor and the staff and the weapons, those are also like of the
If I smelled blood, do I know what direction it's coming?
Oh, sorry, you
from?
don't smell blood. Sorry.
I don't smell blood.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I will exit.
Okay, you leave, and as you pass through the doorway again, you feel the similar like checking of your body,
Right.
And then you kind of exit through, and you're on the balcony overlooking the main space there.
Okay. I'm gonna head back towards the group and signal them to come forward.
Okay.
But I will warn that it's weird that nobody's there.
It's very weird. Okay.
All right. So
I
you're
am
all moving
moving.
stealthily.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody roll a stealth check for me, please.
Do I keep mine or reroll?
Stiff.
You're back with the group, and this also might determine if anybody's adding anything to your stealth or not.
Sure.
Oh God.
26.
26,
19.
19,
That's nice.
30.
30.
Kaimana.
6.
Oh no.
Just kind of want to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Can we cast here or?
Well, I mean, you could cast it outside before you guys walk in if you want to.
Yeah. I actually was gonna ask if you still had that. I didn't know if you had that spell.
Oh no,
so I didn't
I've
ask.
got it's on my staff in the woodlands. I can cast it at will. So
Yeah. So you. Yeah.
How do we know if
probably-
we had like an enchanted item or?
So items of enchantment and illusion would be things that change your appearance or.
It's like my hat of disguise,
Yeah.
but my hat of disguise isn't active right now, so it's not pinging.
So just having it would set that off.
okay, so
Or
so Josh, I would like to say something from here going forward. Staff Without the Woodlands, I can cast Pass Without a Trace at will without ever even depleting a charge on the staff.
Okay, so anytime we do a stealth roll.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're just going to assume if Kaimana is with the group, it's up.
Okay, so everyone
Nice.
adds 10. So we've got so far 16 is the
I have
lowest.
30 then.
30,
40.
40,
36.
Oh my
36.
God.
Jordan.
29
And
with the 10.
36 for Jaren.
He is so impressive.
Couldn't beat me.
No.
Yeah, I think the enchantment, correct me if I'm wrong,
He
Josh.
could not beat you unless he rolled a natural 20. No, he rolled a 19. He could not beat you. Yeah.
I think the enchantment illusion thing is if it's active on you currently.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, not just if you're just carrying. Okay, all right.
No, it has to be like active.
All right. And so Jaren kind of steps in and kind of follows your pace, Marlo, and gets to the balcony. He peels off towards that door and kind of motions to the one directly across from it on the other side of the balcony on the other way, because that's where the weapons are. And then he 5 minutes pull.
Wait, what?
We're all pulling at the same time.
So you're all grabbing the items at the same time.
Yeah, getting into.
All right. So he kind of passes in, and you see him kind of stop at the doorway, and then he like looks up and waits a moment, and then he's moving forward.
I give Jaren a bardic inspiration before he goes.
Cool. And that's a D8.
I believe it is at this point.
All right, cool.
So I'll give you inspiration. I'm like, listen, I don't like you like that, but here you go.
So are all 4 of you heading into the other room?
I thought Marlo was going to the office.
I don't know where it is, so I guess I'll start peel off and exploring, or I'll stick with y'all. I don't know.
I'm worried one of us will fail our save or something. Something will go wrong.
Maybe it would be
use a backup person.
Yeah, I'll stick with them to see what's going on, and I'll be keeping an ear out for if any like sensors or something audible goes off in the room Jaren's in.
Okay. So go ahead and make a perception check with advantage for hearing.
Would a lantern of revealing be like an enchantment room?
I don't think so.
A 23 for hearing.
Okay. No, it's divination. Because it reveals things. Yep.
And I'm gonna give
exposes illusions. So yeah, so it wouldn't be illusion. Yep.
And I'm gonna give everyone inspiration and use up the rest of mine, just so we're all covered.
Everybody has a
in
D8
case.
for a
Have we done the enhanceability thing?
Not yet. Jaren's doing his for himself, so,
Okay.
So that's
he's covered. Yeah.
That's all my bardic inspiration is all on the table. Just so we're aware.
Did you say me or not?
Yes, everyone is able to have one.
Okay. So everyone has a D8 that they can use for in the next 10 minutes.
Yes, not me, obviously, but everyone else has one.
Yeah, on an attack or saving throw.
Okay. Can I use in the room with the weapons? I'll take out my lantern of revealing.
Okay.
And just shine it around to see if anything wonky.
So the moment you shine, it's like in.
I don't want to do it anymore. You're making me nervous.
It's like in like every heist movie ever, where they like blow smoke into a room or whatever. You see that from every single one of those orbs in the room, there are 8 other lines of energy that are shooting off to all the other ones, and you kind of when you kind of hold up the lantern, you see that like they're creating these bars of energy that cross across the whole room. And when you notice the layout of the lines, they've created a sigil in the air. You can make an Arcana check.
Absolutely. Arcana. Ooh, 13 plus. I think it was a +9. Where's my thing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, +9, so 22.
22.
You recognize immediately that what they've created in the air is called a glyph of warding.
That's what we got here with, huh?
If I had something to break up those lines, like a simple mirror to like reflect the like laser beam somewhere else.
Well, you get this. I mean, like, because it took a lantern of revealing to reveal them, they're probably magical in essence. So you don't know if something mundane could redirect their energy or flow.
Okay.
The way you said laser beams really got me.
Laser beams.
Laser beams.
Start spraying lasers on their heads.
Blasted a car with its laser vision.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just mention the glyph of warding. Make sure everyone magical in the room is aware of it. What is it warding? What is the glyph of warding?
The ward's
It
bad.
has different effects depending on how this.
No, based off
It's a magical landmine.
Yeah. Can we tell what this is? What this
Can we avoid it?
to do?
So you know that typically glyphs of warding, if they're set off, can like.
But it's a specific thing that will set it off, right?
Yeah,
Like
and
you say what.
Like in this, I don't know if you can tell just from looking at how it's there. The ability that you found it. Yeah, no, it's because
It says it requires an successful intelligence.
yeah,
check.
but I'd let you have it with
with
the ward.
And then
You just know that it has to have a prepared spell of 3rd level or lower in it, but as large as this is, you get the sense that it's probably upcast or uppowered in some way.
okay.
Does moving through it trigger it, or does a specific action trigger it?
All of you with dark vision, the moment you enter the room, you see like all of the infrared, the infrared little lights pop. And since Abel has his thing on it, you see for a moment all of the lines like light up, but then you watch them dim back down to where they are just from being able to see them with the lantern revealing. So they're not like you walking into the room did not activate it in any way.
Does us moving in the room activate it?
It's magic.
Yeah, we know
Magic
that
and touching a thing.
You can tell from it that it all seems to be centered around the center area of the room, which is where all of the valuable things are.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, can we make? Oh my god.
I'm like sweating right now.
An Arcana check to undo the glyph.
So you're gonna go look at one of the orbs and okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check looking at one of the orbs.
God. I feel like I want to change dice.
You do know that also the glyphs are set with metal in the wall around each of the orbs, but you can look at it.
All right, so I want to look at all the actual, like the glyph that's being created from the intersecting, magic beams, the runes and everything that are like carved into the orbs and the walls, and see what they mean and see if that'll help me with my like dispelling of it or unweaving of it.
Okay.
I'm nervous to throw this dice.
You got it. Just check. How bad?
I don't know. It's like mediocre. It's like mid-tier.
You got like a plus whatever.
Okay, it's a 15 plus 9.
Okay.
So a 20.
How is 15 mid-tier?
I don't know.
Good.
It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of low, right?
So, so looking at the glyph itself, with that Arcana check, piecing out, you can tell that it's probably.
I don't know, Josh. He's sadistic.
It's not an explosive. So the two types of runes are explosive runes and spell runes. This is a spell rune, and so it's like when set off, it will cast some kind of spell.
I don't know. I didn't roll it in that.
With the orbs on the walls, unless you like find a way to physically disfigure the glyphs, you can't think of a way to disrupt them because they are set in the wall with metal. And you also know that like that doesn't necessarily mean it will disrupt the spell. It just means that it might damage the glyphs, like those singular orbs' ability to clock or do whatever that they're doing.
So if I took out my Smith's tools and like reshaped the etching of the sigils, that would disrupt the functioning of that orb.
It could. You with a 24 reading it, like the sigils, you get a sense that they're all connected in some way, and that any disruption to one could potentially be like it could set off the rest of them, like that, like the way a safe has like a fail catch, where if it senses that it's trying to be disrupted, it has something to increase the measures of defense. You get the sense that like if you fail in disrupting one of these orbs, it could set off a chain reaction on the other ones.
Oh God.
I'm gonna call Jury over and get a second set of eyes.
So I think that if you failed to set off one, it could.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Yes. Very, very insightful. Thank you.
What's up?
Should I go for it? Should I do it? Or
what are you doing?
like if my thought process is if we disrupt the orbs which are creating the sigil, perhaps it would allow us to remove the items without setting off the glyph.
If Jaren fails next door, then we still set it off.
And
so
I think
we should just be confident and just try it.
I think that it's more important that we don't fail that other check and get paralyzed. And I think we're dealing with the after effects where we get the fuck out of here potentially more so.
You hit the ground so hard.
Do you want to turn your attention to the pedestals and see if there's anything there?
Yeah, let's fuck around with the pedestals.
Okay, so you bring your lantern of revealing with you, and here you can see that each of the objects has like a lattice work cage of invisible lines that are connecting them to the ceiling, and they're passing through. You can tell that like where the pedestals are set, they're on intersecting points of the glyph in the air. So interacting with the pedestals could potentially activate the glyph in the air.
And what's the origin of the magic for these pedestals? Is it a glyph on the pedestals as well?
So there's a ring of glyphs around the pedestal itself at the base.
So if you're gonna try to fuck with anything, I think we should try to fuck with that. So there are 3 things we want to take. Me and Abel have you've dispel magic, right? You don't? Only I have dispel magic?
You would think as an artificer that I would have that. But I do not. I was a bit of a hellion as a child, and they decided not to teach me that specific spell.
Because I'm wondering if dispel magic on this lattice might do something. No, dispel magic was in my mandolin. No, or it's in my dulcimer. I don't.
Well, they would have known
it.
if you cast that, maybe.
Yes.
But I also don't have it. It's only in my dulcimer.
Can I take a look at the pedestals and see if there is anything non-magical that might be done about this?
Make an investigation check.
With advantage, because we've also been studying and relaying what we're noticing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So Mar is out of her depth on the magical side of it. But you do notice this weird, interesting thing is that even though the objects are floating in the air, every single time they kind of bob up and then rise down, you see at the top of the pedestal, there's a small circular plate that is just ever so slightly dipping and rising with the object as it's rising in the air. That it's almost like creating a pressure wave on a pressure plate.
Could that be mechanically, not magically tampered with?
It could be, but you'd have to maneuver through the lattice work to get to the pressure plates. And so it would be a very difficult challenge to not accidentally hit one of the lattice pieces.
Would it be, would you say it would take great dexterity to pull this off?
It would take great sleight of hand in order to pull that off, yeah.
What would electricity potentially do to it?
From Abel's Arcana roll, probably not a lot.
Okay, so it wouldn't
I'm gonna try it.
Short circuit or anything.
I want to see if I can do this.
Okay, so which particular
pedestal are you going to?
Abel? What was the one you said you really wanted?
The effigy mark.
The
Everspark. I'm gonna go for the Everspark first, so that way if I don't get another one, we got this.
Okay, so
point of order.
Oh, go ahead.
It's 950.
So do you want to take this roll and see where it happens? And then...
I would love to see if I fail this roll.
Okay. All right.
Don't fail this roll.
So, and we're
wrong.
probably approaching the 5-minute mark anyway, so Jaren's going to make his roll in a moment. So as you go up, Abel turns the lantern of revealing so you can see the lattice work. It's quite intricate, but there is space for a hand to fit through. So you are not proficient with thieves' tools to disarm.
I am.
Oh, you are. Oh, that's right, because you're a bro.
I am.
Okay, so you would need to disarm the pressure plate. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm adding inspiration to this, though.
Adding inspiration. Mm-hmm.
And just assume you're going to get Flash of Genius. So just...
Yeah, you can choose to add your inspiration after the roll, too, so you can save it if...
Oh, I'm going to need it.
And I'll go ahead and make Jaren's rolls.
Who is she?
Ooh, big train. We're probably going to hear it in a sec.
Yeah.
Okay. I have my number. What is the Flash of Genius do?
+6.
31.
Ooh.
Okay. So you reach in and
You got to add
carefully,
11.
like not moving, like only moving your hand, like once you get your wrists in place, carefully not moving your wrists and only moving the tips of your fingers and very dexterously maneuvering at the corner of one of these pressure plates above the Everspark. And you see it slowly dipping and rising as the Everspark is in its place. And you finding a space, you get into there and you can detect a latching mechanism at the bottom, and you're slowly working through, and you hear a click. And as you're watching, the lattice work fades.
Oh my god.
The pressure plate is still rising and falling, but the lattice work fades. And you pull your hands back, and the Everspark slowly descends and then rests on the pressure plate.
It rests on the pressure
Yeah, it
plate?
lands on the pressure plate.
Yep.
Abel?
Do I take it? Should I just take it? Or do I have to replace
What
it?
are we here for?
I mean, if I pick it up, is it gonna... I pick it up. I just pick it up. I pick it up.
Unfortunately,
Fucking...
no, you're fine. You have in your
Yeah.
possession.
Oh.
Oh, not Jen!
I thought
But you got what?
you had to replace, like Indiana Jones, like replace
you
it with
hear
something
from
that
the
you
other
can-
room because he also had to roll with disadvantage, and I rolled a natural 20, and I rolled a 3.
This...
No!
You hear holy fucking shit from the other room, and suddenly you watch as the glyph flares above your heads, and a wall of light shoots down from the far end of the room and begins to slowly slide your way. The only escape plan you have from this point is the doorways that you entered in. Do you book it?
Yeah.
I grab one of the other ones as I go.
Okay, so grab with Derico's aim or the tiller, the sword, the bow, or
Do we have time to grab both of them? If we both
I mean,
grab one?
you could potentially.
Yeah, I'll grab the other.
Okay,
Source grab that one.
Source and Jury, I need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
I was about to say, I see this bad idea, and I'll raise you.
With a +6 if you need it.
I cast.
I need it.
Yeah, so I cast.
I might need it.
What-
You've
what's
got
that?
you've got my Bardic Inspiration, Saurus. I rolled a 13.
Add a +6 and you can in-game justify it however you want.
You
I
can,
don't know.
One of them can take it because you only have one reaction
Yeah.
per turn.
I rolled an 11 plus, but I rolled a 6 on my inspiration, so that gets me to 17.
17?
So
Okay.
I'll take the flash.
Okay.
What were you saying, Outwood? Sorry.
I was gonna say I could cast to give one of y'all advantage on your roll if you want.
You have to make a
I don't.
second decision.
No, let's go for it.
Yeah, I feel like we just grabbed it.
All right, so
Oh, and Constitution, I do get a +2 bonus, so that's actually 19.
19 and Jordan.
You said it was +6, Abel?
Yes.
Yeah.
19 also.
19. Okay, good. So you both succeed because the DC is 19. However, you take. Hold on.
Oh god. Oh god.
This thing hits so hard.
32 divided. So 16 points. 16 points of force damage as you pass through, and the moment your hand touches the lattice work, you feel this searing, burning pain as the lattice lights up and starts scalding and burning your hand with force. But you yank the objects out.
Yes.
And all of the orbs in the thing begin to shine, and the glyph in this space starts to like brighten and brighten and brighten as this wall is approaching you. You all run out into the alley. What you immediately notice when you get to the entrance, you pass through that like barrier that is kind of reads you. You pass through, and it's like slows for a second. And then you're out on the balcony, and you look over at the door you entered in onto the second floor. There is a barrier wall that is now like dropped into place there. You see Jaren running out of the room on the opposite side, another one of those walls coming in this way. And then once they get to the edge of the doors, you see there are about 16 of these orbs in the main space, and they begin to light up. And they seem to be building walls that are funneling you down towards the central main area. The front door seems to be the only exit from here that is a safe
I yank a
exit.
thread.
Okay.
I put myself into the shadow
Okay,
fold.
so you disappear. So you watch Saurus disappear, and then the rest of you, you're kind of being funneled downstairs.
Can I use my force ballista and just start pinging the orbs?
Yep, you can make an attack roll.
Yeah. I don't want to I know people have things to do in the morning, so I don't want to be late with this.
No, that's fine. But are you all making because if you stand on the balcony, you're starting to lose space on the balcony as these force walls are coming out.
How far up's this balcony?
15 feet.
Oh, jump.
Okay, so
yeah, we'll jump. Okay,
all right. So leaving you all with Saurus in the domain of shadow.
Can we hold hands when we jump?
Holding
all the instruments in hands.
So the last stage of the evening, the light is playing from the orbs across the space. And you land there in front of the massive fountain of the two intertwining dragons in this room, with this purplish blue light of the force walls and the rays, and you all drop down into this space, and you watch as on the fountain itself, 6 of these orbs light up, and then there are 8 orbs in the space that also light up, and you begin to trace lines across the space. Every entrance in here is blocked off except for the front entrance door, and there are 2 lines of energy from the back wall that are connected to the front entrance. So I'll explain all this again when we get into it next session, but this is where you're at as we go into to see if this heist is successful.
With the fight marble dragons.
Oh god!
Well, no, that's just a fountain.
Yeah, it's just a fountain. It's casting a spell on.
So much cooler with the lights off. There we go.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So we will with the force energy spreading. But you did notice once it got to the edge of the balcony, it stopped, but it blocked off all the other entrance doors. So we'll see.
We stole some arms of subversion. Yay!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe. Will you escape with them? That is another question.
For Gren, so we'll say I grab the bow and you grab the tiller.
Well, the bow's my god, so
Okay, you grab the bow, I grab the tiller.
Yeah, and as soon as you want to, you will want to pass that sword off to Mar.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. What?
I'll tell you.
It's like the brother sword
to the brother sword to the wave dancer.
Oh, I get 2!
So
I didn't even think about this. Yep. I'm so excited.
All right.
So we will see if the heist ends as unsuccessfully as it began, as it went at that last moment, or not. But we'll pick up there next time.
Yeah, so we're playing tomorrow, same time.
Yeah. Same wonderful hour. All right.
I'm free tomorrow.
I mean, I don't.
Oh my god.
I think
I'm
people
not
have
play with
to. Yeah.
I need time. All right, bye
All
everyone.
right.